Hello, and welcome everyone. And first off, a big thank you for wherever you're watching us from, whatever platform that may be. We are excited to have you, and we hope you enjoy what we're going to be doing here in a bit. But to start all of that, we got to kind of explain what we're doing. And what we're going to be doing is telling a story through the Cinematic Epic system. And the Cinematic Epic system is a TTRPG that is primarily focused on the role play aspect. So bringing your character to life is the most important part, and role playing and playing it honestly is the factor in which that most bonuses in the game are going to be based on. There are certain guidelines, and that's what we like to call them, where you'll see bonuses to rolls or like systems that work to kind of help tell the narrative of a character, and so it's all about finding the balance between these guidelines and the character you're trying to play and bringing it to life. So it's going to be an exciting process to see as we get through all these players and really kind of see what we're doing. But before we can jump into all of that, I want to give a shout out to Tabletop Audio, and it's this awesome program. It's what we're hearing now, and what it allows us to do is bring an audio flair to our game. Everything here from spaceships to fantasy battles to just it's a lot of different things, and so it's great. And we just want to say thank you for making that an available resource for people who are trying to do exactly what we're doing. So again, a huge thank you, and a shout out to them. Got to know what we're doing here in the primer, and that is we're going to be telling a story. The story of our world, and the world that we are currently in is after a great war. The mortal races were pushed to the edge, almost near extinction, and some races and species didn't make it out to the other side. But Ambervale persisted and prevailed through it all, and was a beacon in the fall of darkness, something that we'll learn a little bit more about as the story continues. The New Age is predominantly based in art and culture, as the evil forces of this world have been banished and beaten back. But this story zooms in even further to the capital of Ambervale, one of the last wartime capitals on the planet. And while some people see it as a bastion of history's past and something to be remembered, others see it as a military power just not quite willing to give up its grip. The World Art Fair has made its way to the capital, and this group of plucky adventurers that we'll meet here soon have to help make sure that the art fair goes on without any issue, and that the culture and the show continues. So I think it's time that we meet some of our players, because they are going to be the ones. Here we are. Hello, and welcome.
Hello.
How you doing?
And so we'll start this off with some player primers, and let's start with Orlena. How are we doing?
Excited, first of all, excited. But okay, so hey y'all, I'm playing Orlena. She's a quirky elf from the kingdom of Orvathius. She's about 5'10" tall. She has tan skin, long dark hair, and bright violet colored eyes. When fighting, she's plays a more supportive role, shooting arrows from afar and only getting into the battle when she needs to help with healing. At a young age, she discovered that she had an affinity for baking, so she always has snacks, and she found that she can imbue baked goods with magical properties. She's here in Ambervale in search of an herb she needs to create a baked good that will make her strong enough to avenge her parents, and she will stop at nothing to do so. But on the journey to Ambervale, the party she was traveling with slowly disbanded, so now she needs a new group to travel with. Yeah.
All right. Well, I like it because it's got a little bit of the where the character was, where the character's going, and where better to look for a master artisan than a collective fair of massed talent. But we have more to explore with some of our other party members. And next up, we are going to be jumping on over to Hedera. Hello and welcome.
Hello. I am playing Hedera. She is a forest nymph who has become the queen of the Forbidden Forest. She is over 6 feet tall with green skin and red hair. She is clothed in the foliage of the forest. Normally, it appears as a regal gown, and she has a cape that trails behind her made of leaves. Recent events, though, have kind of taken its toll on her, and she's appearing more haggard than regal as of late. So she doesn't really look as quickly as she did. Her fighting style is magic, where she can control the plants around her as long as she is connected to the earth. She can use that against her foe. She's also very skilled at making poisons. And she has joined this party because she is looking for a method of healing from her past trauma and trying to reground herself and find her inner strength once again.
Some personal growth. Kind of pun intended?
Yes.
We're going to try to bring this party together, but we got to meet the rest. And next up is a bit scrappy, a bit odd, but he's known as Breakspear. Breakspear, how we doing?
Doing all right, thank you. I'm going to be playing Breakspear, and Breakspear is a Dracolan who comes from the desert city of Talmarin. He is about 4'1" and with a lean build, and he's rust-colored, much like the Sands of Home. And if you thought it, you guessed it right. He's got a lot of scales and a tail. Breakspear doesn't fight with any weapons. First, he uses fists. He uses his hands and his wits to get his job done. Breakspear is searching to protect things. In his mind, he's gotten it that the more he protects and the more important the items that he protects, the more and more he becomes like a famous or legendary dragon. So he is searching for that horde that he can call his own.
Yeah, it's very exciting. It was a fun one because Dracolan is actually kind of a hybrid creation for the cinematic epic platform. A small lizard-like race that is of the dragon descent and wants to achieve that type of ascendance. And so this story is going to see if you could, make her break. But we have one more party member to meet, and that is our martial master, Jin. How we doing?
I'm doing pretty well. My name is James, and tonight I'm going to be playing Jin. He's a human from this forest paradise called Hermit's Hollow. He's 5'9", and he wears a black and white vest that has a hammer sigil on the chest. And he has his forearms and shins wrapped up in cloth. Like GM Adam was saying, he fights hand to hand, much like Breakspear. And he's here today because he's been adventuring, trying to get stronger so that he can return back home. And he needed some money, so he took up this mission today.
Oh, a lot of people looking for some coin, So we've got some humble starts and some. Well, we'll see if people get to their climactic victories. But we do have a special surprise for any players unable to make it, which is a color change, because that's always fun if they aren't able to make the journey and they perish. And they
No.
Look, it means we'll have had some fun. Maybe not so much fun for that player, but Anyway.
Terrified of the red.
Our story begins with the party having all arrived at Ambervale, finding the work that they needed, for whether it's self-improvement or getting themselves closer to the art fair and the artisans there, to just getting some coin. And each of them have signed up to be a part of the people in charge of protecting and guarding the fair. Each of them has stayed the night in the small barracks for the guards for the fair, sleeping through the night relatively easily. They are all awoken by a blaring horn, a trumpet just searing through the air as each one of them are abruptly waken up from their small wooden cots that they uncomfortably slept on. As they look about the room, it is a small 10-year-old child, just blowing into a one-note horn, loudly, awkwardly, and just without pause, until finally the person that hired you, who's the part of your hiring process, comes walking in. Oi! When you hear that horn, you're on your feet. Let's go. Follow me. And he trods off.
Oh,
Okay, I guess we're going.
All right, then. We must get going.
just make sure I got all my.
Rude.
Okay. All right, I'm ready. Let's go.
Damn little kid.
As you exit the room, the kid is just waving happily, thinking that, he did his job. He was supposed to blow the horn. And look, he did it.
Very
As
nice
you
try.
enter
Okay.
in the next room, who would be at the front of this party right now?
I think
I'm definitely
Jim
not
would.
in the front.
Jim would be
Jim?
up near the front. He's
Perfect.
scuttling his way on in.
Then let's get a reflex test for old Jim.
Oh,
Already. Starts
Oh my
off.
god.
So
Oh boy.
it begins.
As you walk into the room, a clay vase is thrown at you. It smacks into your face, and you're just barely able to recover and grab it before it falls all the way to the ground. Not bad, kid.
Well,
Let's hope the rest of you've got those kind of reflexes. That could have been broken art, and if art breaks on our watch, then we're bad at our job. And I don't know about you, but I'm not bad at my job. This simulation, this training, will get you ready. You can just put the vase down, boy.
okay.
Who wants to go first?
All right, I'll go.
Oh,
You've got spunk. So, the first thing you need to do is, and you look across the room, and there's a small little pedestal, and on it is a wine glass. And you can see that the pedestal is on some sort of little rocker that's going to begin to shake it back and forth, back and forth. And on the way, the path to it is just a bunch of shifting wooden blocks, and they're crudely, and I mean crudely, drawn to look like they are people, and objects, and children, and things like that. You have to get from this side to that side and stop that art from breaking. Let's see it. You've got 15 seconds. And the pedestal begins to start to rock, and all the wooden blocks begin to move faster and faster.
All right, here we go. Attempt to get across, both using the movement of the blocks to kind of either step on or go underneath. Hopefully my size being small enough to kind of slip through all these different blocks as quickly as possible. If I can't go over it, I'm going to go under it.
Okay, let's see how climbing works first. Let's get a climb check.
oh,
Oh,
no! Let me go.
No.
You should have let Jin go, baby.
As you go to get up on the first one, right as your hands touch it, you realize this is made out of flimsy wood, and you just crack through what would be the shoulder of it and slap onto the ground. You've only got 13 more seconds. Those are people. You can't just be climbing on them. They paid money to be here.
Keeping that in mind, try and go for a little less of a climbing and more of a evasive maneuvers to try and weave through this crowd.
All right, let's see some evasive maneuvers. If we can't go over, we're going under. Oh,
No!
and Breakspear begins to get momentum up, and first he dodges, he dips, he goes under one of them, and then he feels it. The wheel of the wooden block catches the back of his tail, and he squeals out, and he gets stuck on there, and now you're being wiped back and forth across the ground as you're stuck on the wheel, the pulley platform.
Great. As it goes out, I try and place my foot on the wooden crowd member to kind of like push myself off of to help get my tail out from this wheel and back on task.
Okay, let's see it. Let's see if we can't get ourselves out of here.
Hey.
You're able to.
Okay.
You push off. You're back onto the path. You've got 5 seconds, and you've got 5 seconds. 5 seconds between you. The shortest path would be going under 2 different blocks, like leg sections, as they align up, and you think that might get you there just in time. Or there's resorting back to climbing.
Gonna have to go for gold and try and slide through those legs to get to the time it right, and hopefully that I can slide through and get to that piece of art before it breaks.
Let's see a slide.
Oh god.
A 6. Breakspear goes through the first one. The second one catches him, careening him off course. He looks up at the pedestal as it goes over too far, and the glass begins to fall towards the ground. There's an opportunity.
Gonna attempt to use my tail to get in between the art piece and the ground, so that way, even if it hits the ground, it's gonna hit my tail first, cushioning and softening the blow.
Let's see an ambitious tail.
Oh, no.
Breakspear, your tail,
This guy
it gets
did not like
underneath
me.
the glass, but the scales on your tail are too rough, and the fine glass breaks upon your tail.
Oh my god.
That's not good, kid. That's not good at all. That's art, that's broken, and that's a hurt customer. Ridiculous. Who's next?
Me.
Alright. Come here. Alright. You're gonna do this one.
Fucking wheels.
And he points over to a series of contraptions that there's like a little stand that's moving back and forth across like towards and away from you, and it's carrying different trays as it like rotates and loops around. There are small, what look like kid-sized blocks, and they're throwing objects like over and around, and you can tell that eventually it's going to line up where they're hitting the would-be waiters and knocking everything over.
Okay.
So, kids are going to be everywhere, and they're not going to be watched. So you've got to get all of these would-be art-destroying items out of here and collected. You've got 15 seconds.
All right, Jin's
As the
running.
machine begins to start up, the objects are being thrown over and like across and like switched between the throwers.
Okay.
What is Jin? How do you approach it?
Just gonna try to make a beeline for the closest arc of items flying past and just try to start intercepting them.
Okay, let's see just getting in the way.
Oh.
Jin's able to get himself above the first of the throwers, and not only do you catch the object in which that they were throwing, you catch the object in which that was being thrown to him. 2 of the 8, so 6 remaining projectiles. That little block, it like gets tugged and pulled out of the simulation by someone just like with a rope pulling it away, and they make small noises like, "Oh, I'm killing my mom."
Yeah, go ahead. Let's look. Going for the next one.
Oh.
So you note one of the objects that is being thrown has small spikes on it. The others are more things like different types of balls used in sports and things like that. But there is one that is notably more weapon-like.
Okay. Just gonna try to save that one for last. I'm gonna get the other ones first.
Okay.
So, just whichever one, wherever he sees coming towards his direction, he's gonna try to go and intercept it.
God, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let's see that same roll. go.
Wow.
Maybe you should have went. Maybe you should have went for both.
Oh, you gotta hate a nat 1, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. I done
Yeah.
bamboozled with myself. I forgot it's the
I was
other
like,
one.
I was like, why?
You
Is it
got
so
excited,
It had
didn't
like,
you?
it
I
had like
forgot.
little streamers in it.
I
Like,
thought
why
that
is
was
that
a
for
nat
nat
one.
one?
It's the celebratory sadness streamers. I forgot.
Oh,
No,
just trying to make yourself feel better.
Oh,
Right.
I thought it was good, but it was bad.
Jin
I did
reaches
too.
his
Right.
hand out and tries to grab one of the sports balls in the air. However, this is a very rubber-like material, and it ricochets and bounces off of Jin's hand, slamming into one of the waiters, absolutely pulling off the entire upper torso of it. The tray goes everywhere. It's just a broken wooden thing sliding back and forth. That's the exact opposite of what you were supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be helping them deliver what they have to, not utterly eradicating them. Come sit down.
Oh.
Who's next?
All right, I'll go.
Perfect. You're gonna be on this one. And it looks over, and it is what looks like a small playpen thing, maybe a knee-high little fence around, and it's just nothing but kid-sized little cutouts just running in circles, and occasionally they're slamming into the fence, and the fence is beginning to buckle and break, and there are others fiddling at the gate, clearly trying to unlock it. Meanwhile, completely oblivious parent structures are just shuffling around, allowing this to happen.
Of course there are.
There's gotta be a lot of rich nobles, and if you think they're gonna take care of their kids, they're not. They're gonna put them in a pen like this, and someone's gotta make sure that they don't destroy all the art. Make sure that none of the kids break the fences. You've got 15 seconds.
Okay. So I conjure up some vines to help to wrap around the fence to strengthen it.
All right,
Oh,
let's
we were
see
trying
it.
up the kids.
I mean, I could do that too. I was trying not to. Maybe that'll be a last resort.
It's already looking good.
Roots and vines begin to wrap up all the posts and the joints of the fence, and the wooden little pallets that are slapping against them are doing nothing to move the vines. However, at the gate is about the gate latch is about to be undone.
I guess I do the same thing. I conjure more vines. I will lock those children in that pen. They are not getting out.
Forcibly keeping the children locked in. Let's see.
Humanity.
Oh, booyah!
Oh, that's an actual good one this time, right?
That is an
Yeah,
actual 20.
very much so.
That is an
Natural
actual 20.
Natural 20. Perfect. The
None of them
roots
kids are
come up.
getting out.
Exactly. It comes up and it wraps the fence, and a little vine wraps over the locking mechanism. A small little flower blooms just to make it look nice. And let's see one
pizzazz.
perception check real quick though.
Oh dear. Okay. Oh,
Okay. Okay.
Respectable.
good. Not bad. Not bad.
Respect.
Not bad.
Respect. The 20
Very
was
close
right
to
there.
that 20 again. That was very close to that
Right
20
on time.
again.
It's close.
Oh, I was like, oh, that would
As-
have been amazing.
As you look over the fenced-in area and the gate, you realize at the back of the structure there are little wooden blocks climbing up the outside of the fence.
Crafty little devils, aren't they? Okay, so I make my way over to the back of the gate of the fence, I guess, and wait, are there children climbing out of it, or is it just they're
The
stacking
little
blocks?
little blocks that represent children are being pulled up the fence by
okay.
people above. We're gonna get out! Come on!
Okay, yeah, so I go around over to the side where they're trying to escape, and I guess try to intimidate them into staying put.
Let's see it. Let's see an
Don't make me
intimidation
tie you
roll.
up, children.
Intimidating children.
I thought you liked children.
Okay, so
What's
9 versus 2. Who's?
And
No.
so
+2, remember?
Oh, that's right.
that
My
is yes.
intimidation. That's
Mhm.
right. That's one of my skills.
The two people pulling the ropes are like, yeah, drop the ropes, drop the ropes, drop the ropes, drop the ropes, and they're done. They shout down from atop their little platform. See, that's the exact kind of thing we need. None of this breaking glasses or shattering waiters. Just did your job. That's what you need. All right, only one of you are left. Are you ready?
I guess. I don't know how you expect us to do any of this without eating first, but sure, let's do it.
There are gonna be shifts where you don't eat for 8 hours, maybe 12. But also, bring a snack, and there's gonna be rotations. You're not expected to be on your feet the whole time. But your drill. Come over here. And they move over to another one. And this one is not cardboard cutouts. In fact, they are people. And it is a person who is dressed up like one of the ticket checkers, and they're there, and there's a long line of people. They're all like clearly disgruntled and angry, and at the front of the line, there's a person refusing to get to allow themselves to be searched before entering the festival. Sir, I can't check your ticket if you don't let me. There is no way I'm going to let you check me. This is preposterous. Let me in. And there's the crowd is getting unruly.
The crowd is getting... Okay.
So,
And why can't he check you?
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry.
And why can't he check you? He doesn't need to check you, just your ticket. If you have a ticket, it shouldn't be that hard.
I have a ticket. They're saying they need to check me. It's just because the pieces of art that got broken. So now I was told that we have to make sure they don't have stuff to break the art. See, that's ridiculous. I paid for my ticket. I want to go in.
Well, do you have stuff that can break the art?
What? Look at me! And he's wearing a relatively tight outfit, but not that it's not like it doesn't have pockets.
You look like you could break things. So
Anyone could break things. Look! And he pushes over a fence post. Anyone could.
You're not helping yourself. If you don't want him to check you, if you want, you could just turn out the pockets so we can see that you don't have anything.
And he
Turn out the pockets.
turns out his pockets, and there's like a coin purse, and then he shoves everything back in his pockets. There, okay? Can I enter now?
Can he enter now?
I mean, I don't know. They didn't really tell me like the procedure for checking.
Sucks at his job.
They told you to check, but okay. All right. Turn out your pockets. Pockets look good. I need 2 more things from you, and then you can go.
What's that?
Let me see your ankles.
My ankles?
You heard me. Ankles. Let's see them.
And it takes him a sec to be able to like pull his pants up over his like socks, and then his socks down over like under his ankles, and they are scrawny little ankles, and they're very pale, as if they do not spend time sunbathing.
Okay.
Are you quite done? Oh.
Almost. One more thing. I need to see under your shirt.
Under under my shirt?
Not the whole shirt, not the whole shirt, just your waist.
I. And he pulls up his shirt and shows you his stomach and belly button.
And nothing.
Oh wait! Are we done? Are we done?
We're done. But if you're going to stay this angry, you're not going to be able to stay. Take it or not. Everyone's trying to have a good time and you're ruining everybody's time.
Fine. Whatever.
Is he wearing a hat?
No.
Okay. I feel like it's a valid question, okay?
Aha! A boot.
He could be hiding things up in his hat, okay?
So I can go in then.
As long as there's nothing up your sleeves, we're good.
I'm not wearing sleeves.
Then I guess we're good.
And he steps forth into the venue. Oh, cut! You can't just
What do I do?
You've got to check the coin purses. Look, and the actor opens up the coin purse and then is able to shove almost like down to his shoulder into the bag.
Okay.
These types of magics are far too common. But the belly button and the ankles, that was interesting. What was that about?
He could have been hiding anything in there.
In his belly button.
In his pants.
Alright then. All of you, hit lunch. We're gonna have a meeting here at around each other. I'm just checking his watch, but I watches. We're gonna have a meeting here at just past 4. So be back by then. But for now, you're all dismissed. And he trods off and to go take care of a few things. And so some of the stuff that you would know that is in the area for the party is there's a bunch of different like inns and bars and things like that around. A lot of the fair itself isn't set up yet as it is still being worked on. And there is one last place that you're all... It's kind of the relic of Ambervale, which is known as the Shattered Pantheon, which is the ruins and statuaries of kind of the old world. Is there anything of interest for any of the party members?
I'm interested. in
And
this
again, as a
attitude.
reminder, none of you have eaten today thus far.
Yeah, I'll say Jin would like to eat. Jin needs
Fedora
to
doesn't need to eat.
figure
he's
out
got
where
sunshine.
he can figure out where to find his chicken drumstick and deer rib fix. You know what I'm saying?
Dear rib.
Specifically deer ribs. I don't know why.
Fedora doesn't need to eat. She's fine.
You would know that there is a small kind of like almost... It's like the equivalent of what a food truck would be in this kind. It's like a cart setup area that is within the perimeter of the fairgrounds, if you will. And you know that they're full service, so they've got tons and tons of different things.
Did we get any like rations or anything like that, or we just paying out of our own pockets?
Only what you brought.
Dang. Alright, well, I'm gonna try to rustle up some meat, I guess.
All right, so Jin is heading to the food cart. Is there anyone that would tag along to that? It is also in kind of like the fairground square, so kind of like the hub of the like inner workings of the blocked off area.
What else is there?
Different shops, vendors. There's kind of where like a lot of the meetings happen as well, as far as like orchestrating and managing and running the event.
Breakspear would probably go with to go get food, and then
Okay.
would not stick around for a huge feast, just something quick, and then go see if he can help setting up anything.
Perfect. So we've got Breakspear and Jin heading to the fair center, or the fairground center. Orlena, Hedera, are you tagging along?
No, I think I want to go check out the Shattered Pantheon.
Perfect. All right. So, and Orlena.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking about all these other places. That's why. Because I feel like, I know. I feel like I feel like I would want to walk around and see what else is there. And just
Well, so if you were going to do that, going to the fairground center wouldn't. In fact, actually, if Hedera's going to go to the Shattered Pantheon, to get there, you would go through the gate. Going through the gate would take you through the fairground center. And if you're looking to explore, again, you'd kind of go to a centralized area. So, you'll split up from there. But for now, we're all heading to that fairground center.
okay.
Okay. Sounds good.
The party makes it to the fairground center, as you're not being accosted while walking through the setup halls. However, you are noting the decor and stuff, as everything is kind of a work in progress. As you enter the fairground center, and Jin, you're getting that rumbling, in your stomach. Same with you, Breakspear.
I'm just making the rumblies.
Excuse me. Oh, you yeah, you're the team responsible for my section, I believe, yeah? Orlena Hedera, and he's consulting like a clipboard. Breakspear, that sounds more like an object, and Jin, I believe?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're the ones.
Wonderful, perfect. So, quick, I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour here. Going to run down some of the things that you're going to be responsible for protecting. So, just follow on with me. And he begins to kind of walk a different direction than where all the food is.
Wait, we haven't eaten yet though.
Now, I'm on a schedule, and lunch isn't for another hour and a half. So, come on, this won't take but a few minutes, maybe 30 or so. Just don't walk slow.
Do you guys
All right.
do you guys want a snack?
Is it meat?
No. Who carries meat in their pockets?
Always.
I mean-
I'll take a snack. Meat or not, doesn't matter.
I
Snack.
thought you said you always carry meat in your pocket.
I mean, not today.
Of course. You're just meatless today.
I mean, well, can I roll for meat in the pocket?
Sure. Let's get
Oh my
a
God.
circumstance roll. Let's just see if he happens to have had meat in his pockets.
Oh my goodness.
Damn! Come on!
You're able to find some scraps, but nothing. Like, it's like past meal, it's like what you happen to have not finished.
One slice of bacon.
There's something, I guess.
We're still
Until
following
we get
though.
there.
We're following.
He's just
Yeah,
rubbing it
so,
in his pocket.
Still following.
But yeah,
We're eating
so
and walking.
let me give you a quick tour here of kind of what we're going to be protecting, as we're going to be getting everything set up, and well, we just need to get a good lay of the land. And so you're predominantly going to be doing details involving some of the minor works, just kind of keeping the general run of show continuing and such. One of the big things that we're going to be focusing on is that nothing is broken or stolen, as some of the items that we're guarding are a bit on the small side. I'm sure you've maybe been stolen before, yeah, Breakspear? No? it's a joke. Because you're small. No? Nothing?
He's a tiny
All
man.
right. Not here for the comedy. Not Or we'll have someone else guard them, am I right? He might not get it, would go over his head. Yeah, over his head. Wonderful. So we're going to be taking a look here, and some of the things, like I said, on the smaller side, mainly over here in our jeweled section. Now, none of these are priceless heirlooms or anything, but for the most part, they sell for a good 50 to 100 gold, a stone. So that's people want to put it in their pockets and such, and well, that's what you're all here to stop. We also are going to be doing a bit of daycare. I know, not really, stopping people from stealing things, but, people steal children, right? Yeah, don't do that. Don't let them, because most of the people that are entrusting us are very wealthy. They'd probably shut it all down, king or something, right? Anyway, and finally, this one, not a fun one. I really fought for you guys, really tried to make them put it on someone else, but it is what it is. You gotta make sure that people are not going too crazy with the bathrooms. Make sure they, the lines stay organized. None of the plumbing, there's other people for that, but, just the lines, no cutting, that kind of stuff. That make sense, yeah? No?
We're on bathroom duties.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's a shit job, but whatever.
I see he does get comedy. Look at him.
Just the good stuff.
Well, we're talking about the bathroom, but okay, the good stuff, sure. And then finally, the last of the locations is we need someone to stay in the main ballroom and kind of be able to intermingle between the other places and just kind of help out, rub shoulders with the rich, the fancy, such like that. So be on their toes to go to different locations on a whim and respond to the needs of the fair and such, and things like that. That person's obviously going to be the captain of the group, so person in charge or whatever. But other than that, I think that kind of wraps up what I needed to be telling you all. Is there any questions from you?
Who decides who's the captain?
Oh, I don't even know if captain's really the right word. I guess the old sergeant or something will tell you who's kind of like in charge or whatever, or, I don't know. It's not on the clipboard, really, so,
Oh, so you have not thought of everything, I see.
Oh, it's not really my job to, to do that part. I'm just here to tell you what's important. You guys kind of work it out. Who guards the bathrooms? I'm not going to tell you, but, it needs to be done, so one of you will do it. Anyway, for following me and helping me, I'm ahead of schedule. No questions. Always a pleasure. So take these, and he tears off some vouchers and hands them each one. These are good for any of the meal carts. There's a whole bunch of them, so enjoy or whatever. If not, okay. Well, have a good one, and we do have a meeting at 4. Was that discussed? Were you told?
Yes.
Before? Perfect. Wonderful.
Yes, we are aware.
We'll see you then. And if you get the chance, maybe check some stuff out. Otherwise, you'll feel like you missed the whole show because again, well, at least one of you will be watching the bathrooms.
Oh. Wait, where's the meeting?
No, the meeting is just going to be back at where. Hold on. It says you're over in lodging A. Is that right? That is correct. To where you had started.
Yes.
Yes. This is right.
Yes, it is.
Then perfect. We'll be meeting in lodging A. So that's where we'll meet. I'll see you all again, and you'll have your assignments worked out. I just need to be able to know who's going to be doing which one. And if you guys can't figure out who's in charge, maybe the guy in charge of you will. It seems weird. 2 people in charge. I'm in charge of him. He's in charge of all of you. He's going to put someone. Feels like a lot of layers, but it's okay. We'll figure it out.
Then?
I think we got it.
Yeah.
All right then. You have a good one. And yeah. Okay. And he
Imbecile.
trots off.
Like, okay.
I hope they're not all like
All right.
that.
Not a lot of sense in that one, huh?
No, not at all.
Just kept talking.
I didn't really hear what he said.
What's
All I
the
know
point
is
of all
that
this back
we'll
and
take this
forth?
away.
If he's in charge of the person who gives us our assignments, why couldn't he just be the one to give us all the assignments instead of playing all like these middle ground and delegations? And it's obnoxious.
He's got as much use as a three-legged ox.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right there.
Well,
Well.
I'm sorry.
All right. Well.
I'm hungry. I don't know or care if your stomachs are rumbling, though. Thanks for the food earlier. I'm gonna go eat.
yeah, I was like, Jin's about to break out into a run on the way back over there.
All right, so you all are heading back to kind of that central area, and upon getting there, the line clearly lunch is let out for some of the other groups, and the lines are absolutely massive. I'm talking like 40 people, like lines where you can just tell like the construction crews are off, all the vendors are taking their breaks, and it is just absolutely packed. That's when actually no. Yeah, no. Well, yeah. That's when you hear a little bell ringing. Just a little ding 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 ding. And you look over, and there's down one of the paths. You see there's a small little cart with it's just like a one-person cart, maybe, maximum 28 by 18 little wheeled contraption with just a few racks of ribs.
Jin is on the way immediately. Just
No sense in waiting around for this crud. Breakspear goes after it as well.
Ah, hello.
I don't. Oh.
hey.
You would like?
Yes, as much as this will give me. Yeah, hand the voucher over.
No. Paper, no.
What good are these vouchers if they don't work for the vendors?
If you're not gonna
No,
take the voucher,
no,
what do you want?
No vendor.
You don't work for the fair.
They point over to the right, and there's like a small, like, chalked line on the street that, like, denotes the entrance and exit of, like, the fairground.
We got off grid.
Oh my god.
This is that back alley meat.
Are you allowed to sell your wares here?
Yes.
That sounded assuring.
I would like to. Can I roll to sense his motive?
Sure.
I can't.
Super
Said back
suspicious.
alley.
I don't see nothing. He's very trustworthy.
I'm too hungry.
As you
It looks
as you
good.
like you begin to try to like examine like the car, like the situation, you lock eyes with the person, and as you do so, you kind of have a moment where you just forget what you were doing.
Can I roll to read his aura?
Ooh.
Let's see it. Let's get a roll.
Come on.
Oh,
Dang.
There we go. That's a solid one. As you examine their aura, you realize that as you kind of like focus in on the magics of it, that they're more aura than physical entity.
This is strange. Jin, I do not trust this creature. I do not know what he is. But he does
Creature,
not seem-
creature, no. Creature, no.
Does not seem
Where?
trustworthy. No.
You would
I
like
not.
wares?
But the meat though. What do you want for the meat?
Coin! Coin! Coin!
Okay, Jin's gonna rummage in the pocket and look for some coin.
You do
Jin,
have.
I really
you
do
have
advise
some
against
coin.
this.
You want? I don't know if we should trust the back alley meat.
Yeah, I
But it
don't.
looks
I do
so
not advise.
good. Look at it! Look at the lines over there!
It
It's
is reputable.
He's already
It
giving
is-
him the
those
money.
are certified vendors, and this creature thing just walked in
This could
from
be-
off the street.
This could be people meat. We don't know what's going on at this
It
point.
could be poison. I don't get a good read off of him, and I do
You
not trust
speak
him.
ill of wares?
Yes, I believe you are untrustworthy, and I do not like you.
Fair enough.
How much meat for gold?
Oh,
Picks up like a 16 rib. It's like pretty big.
How much? That's for one?
Yes.
You
Coin
don't.
for where?
4 gold. Give me that.
And hands you the giant rack. What about you? You. And points at Breakspear.
I do not trust this being.
Do you want where?
Nah.
Jin's
too
already
weird.
eating the ribs.
Thank goodness, someone with some brain.
Okay.
Christ.
Well,
I
have
don't
a
wanna
day.
So
And they
he
go
doesn't
to
even-
like the handles of their cart and then wheel it into the fair area. And then set up in the fair area, and people start like lining up.
How do you feel,
He
Jin?
just, he
It's
just took
tasty.
your money. He
Look,
just
and
took
Jin
your
doesn't
money.
Jin doesn't have a plate, so he literally just has ribs on his arm, and he's holding one. Just
He stole your money, and you let him.
I needed the meat, and I'm not waiting in these
I
lines.
am.
They're too long.
I
need it.
He. It appears as if he would use the vouchers because now he's collecting them from others.
Yes, 100%. That is happening.
Yeah, the line just started. Look, the line just started. So if you want to go get back in the line, you probably can.
There's 15 people in line already.
See, short. You better run.
I still don't trust it.
As you're all standing here and you're talking, Hedera, you do realize that if you continue down the path you're on, you will actually be heading towards the Shattered Pantheon.
I think I will go ahead and head off that way because it seems like my advice was not taken seriously in this group. Aside from Breakspear, I do appreciate you. So I think I shall go off towards the Shattered Pantheon.
Perfect.
Wants what the heart wants.
As Hedera moves past the party down the road away from the fairgrounds, are you all following? What are we doing here?
I'm not waiting in those lines. There's too much weight in those. Maybe somebody down there's got food. Kinda pitters off
Well-
after.
Well, wait, Breakspear, here, and I hand him a slab of ribs.
Oh, Lord.
No, don't trust that. Could be cat.
All right,
It's a big cat.
it's probably those fabled deer ribs I was talking about. That's a big deer.
Right.
Guys, deer. That's a 16 pack of
Well,
ribs.
A jumbo
I'm
deer.
going.
A moose.
I'm also following, but yeah, I'm gonna follow her as well. Look, I don't have meat, but I still have snacks. If you're still hungry, I have more.
He seems to have plenty of meat to last him for a good while, so.
Not
So-
not him.
Jin, are you
Oh,
following the
Right
party?
here.
Jin
Yes.
has no other plans,
He's
so
still
he'll follow while he eats his
This
ribs.
is true. You're very
Perfect,
right.
perfect. So
Do
as
you want
as
another snack?
No, I owe you much already.
Also, is
Okay.
there anything weird about these ribs as I'm eating them?
they taste aggressively medium. You're like, I've had better, I've had worse.
Aggressively
You
medium.
know, like
He got mid
definitely
ribs.
not deer. You've
Yeah, the
tasted
mid
deer. It's
ribs.
not deer.
Got the mid moose tips.
It's people.
People ribs.
They're
The
feeding you
16-piece people rack.
And some say
Yeah.
it's the lost children of the fair.
That kid
is
had a
that-
long torso. That's all I'm saying.
I called it.
Yeah, there are different
People.
species, okay? You don't know what kind of.
Kind of
It was
ribs
a
they
lost
produce.
minotaur child. So it's still
Oh
a
my
beef
goodness.
rib, kind of.
That sounds tender. That's all Jin's thinking.
Wouldn't it
It's
be,
the two-legged
wouldn't it be
pork
more like
variety.
pork? Yeah, pork. See?
The other white meat.
Either way.
The
I
two-legged
called it.
type.
But as you reach the Shattered Pantheon, it is a very, very large building, and you can tell it's definitely seen like a fair few ages, as the streets even leading up to it begin to kind of change from a more modern cement mixing style that Ambervale has been using to a way more ancient style, where you can tell it was like the stones were found and probably cut and like generally formed by hand, but the final like placements were all done magically. As you
Ryan,
enter,
careful, you get on camera.
it is nothing but
I
just
don't know if you
these
care. Just letting you know.
tall columned pillars and statues, and these statues are broken and shattered, and there's just a heaviness in the air, as many a divine force has found its religion, its worship, its way of life recognized and actualized through this location. There are
I'd like to look-
many. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'd like to look for food on the way into the broken pantheon. I figure somebody's got to be smart enough to put up food close to an attraction.
Every
So,
time he looks for
you-
food, Jin's gonna wave ribs at him.
You would note that there's a point in which you would almost guess no one lives in this part of the city anymore, as while it is upkept, you don't pass a single person other than those that are coming to or from the monastery.
Does nobody around here just eat? Like,
Breakspear.
Once you're-
Yeah, this is a holy place. Can't you just feel its power?
Yeah, Jin
I
is
feel
eating
my
slowly.
stomach.
Well, why don't you go back and wait in the line then?
That's stupid. Line's too long. I'm too short. People forget I'm there. You should just stuff your mouth whole with all that meat, bud. Just enough.
All right.
All right, Hedera starts taking a walk through and looking around.
Is there anything in particular that Hedera would be keeping her eyes out for?
She's looking for something representing the gods of old, like from her, like the ancient gods that her people used to worship.
As you're kind of going from room to room, there are some statues that still stand in their entirety, and there are ones that have been... It looks almost like they were blasted apart from the inside, as like the rubble lay everywhere. And while the overall sanctum of the Shattered Pantheon is very well kept, and there are people going around cleaning things, like there's a lot of custodial work being done, no one picks up or moves the actual like fragments of the statue. They lay where they lie. As you're walking through the different hallways, the different rooms, there's kind of almost a feeling of ages for each room, as like as that was like the pantheon of its time, and then would be replaced by modern and more modern
The
versions.
newer ones.
The foremost room is the Shattered Pantheon of the previous age. They were the 12 deities in charge, or not in charge, but the 12 primary deities that were recognized, though all 12 of their statues are shattered.
Is it possible to tell what the statues once were?
No, and even like when you look at like the face fragments of the statues, it seems while they still appear in their species like look, you can tell like pointed ear for an elf, or the facial features of a dwarf, or whatever creature they may have been a part of. All actual like descriptions that would kind of denote someone different than another one are missing, almost as if they've been mannequinized.
Okay. So there's no way of knowing like which group of deities, like for which people they were for. Like, if are there any signs of any druidic deities?
As you're looking through to see if there's a way to decipher any difference, you hear a voice from behind the party. You're not going to find anything to script. All detail has been lost. Some say it comes from a true death, but that is just speculation. To what search are you on?
I'm just looking for answers for myself, trying to find out who I am again. I've lost a piece of myself that I just need something.
Many a wayward soul have found their ways here. It has a sense of calling to those who are looking to define themselves. It's almost fitting in a way that those who look to seek definition in themselves find their way to a place in which the very deities that used to inhabit our, well, everything, have lost all description themselves.
Yes, I suppose I was just hoping to find some sort of guidance or help or anything, really. I don't know what I was looking for. What is your name?
You gotta guide me to some food.
There is no food permitted within the Pantheon. No vendors, rather.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm gonna go back because looking at dust and sand and dead people is just, or dead things. I'm good. Bye.
Show a
I'm
little
surprised
bit
at
of
this age that Draklin finds himself uninterested in the histories. It's a shame to what your people used to be.
Imagine what it must have been and what it must have taken to get us so disinterested. Talks of gods, talks of things.
Oh no.
It's not like they can come back. We have to look to a future now.
I do suppose that would affect your people very heavily.
Oh no.
History does point to the fact that the Draklins once worshipped some of their gods more than most. I do feel for your plight, and I hope you do find the nourishment that you require in the moments that are coming.
Good fortunes with you as well.
And Breakspear is heading back to camp. What about the rest of you?
Jin will follow because he's just walking and eating ribs. He's just walking around at this point.
What is your name,
He
friend?
needs.
Oh, we the custodians don't have names.
It's terrible.
We
We
live.
don't have names. Everybody has a name.
We did have names at one point. You're not wrong. But to be here amongst the remains of entities that once meant so much to the world and have lost their definition, lost their names, their titles, we feel that it's fitting that to preserve what they are now, we ourselves must emulate such.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
It does not need to make sense to you, and that is fine. You are free to live your life the way that you choose.
I understand what you mean. I do believe it makes sense to me. And I am very gracious for your work that you do here to care for all the old gods when no one else does.
For there to be something new, there must have been something old.
You're quite right. Well, I suppose we must be getting back.
If you have
Wouldn't
any
want to
other
be late
further
for
questions,
our meeting.
please feel free to stop back by.
Thank you. I do believe I will.
Bye, Nameless.
Goodbye, Orlena.
How did you know?
How did he know my? I never.
Wait.
How did he know my name? I never said my name.
That is one of the great mysteries of this place. Those who do not rescind their titles and their names are known. You are Orlena, an orphan, I believe. Been traveling for quite some time, and you're searching for something. I do hope you find it.
What do you know of me?
Well, I know of you. I know of you in a few ways, Hedera. One, the mysteries of this place, but two, you're talked about. The creatures that inhabit this place speak of your forest. It's been through some darker times, but much like the seasons, all things change.
Yes. I'm looking forward to finding that change myself, hoping to bring it out of the darkness. It is not what it once was.
Now, if you don't leave now, your friends will be far from you.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Do
All
tell
right.
Breakspear
Yeah.
and Jin that I am, to the best of the abilities capable to be, rooting for them.
Why, thank you. I shall be sure to let them know.
That's a weird
I'm not
message.
sure what that means.
But
Not
okay.
sure what I mean. All right, Orlena, let us be off.
I'm sure he won't be hard to find. Just follow the smell of the meat. Let's go.
And he has left a trail of rib bones behind as well.
That's easy to find.
Yeah.
There's big breadcrumbs.
As the party makes it back to the center of the circus area, it is just in time. All of the lines are heading back in, and most of the people are done with their breaks, and so you can hop right on it and grab some food. What kind of food are Breakspear and Jin looking for?
Is Jin looking for more food?
I will
Of
the
course
most
he
portable
is.
meat they got in this joint.
Horrible meat?
You're not here. You can't hear me.
We caught up to you.
We're there.
Breakspear would look for
caught up
like
to you.
something like a stew or a soup, something that will be light on the stomach but will fill him for the moment.
You are 100% able to find that. And Jin, would you do stew, or would you be?
Jin's looking to find some meat that he can keep on his person for later. So I need whatever the most portable version of meat they have at this location.
Looking for more pocket meat.
Pocket meat.
Looking for the pocket meat.
Again,
We'll
with
wrap
the
it in a
pocket.
leaf and then put it in the pocket.
All right, you're, both of which are easy to do, especially with your meal vouchers, and you're able to get a nice stew. Though at this point, the clerk does apologize that the fires had run out a bit ago, and so it is kind of more warm-ish rather than proper hot. And Jen, you basically had to go no, just put it in my hand. Take my token, as the person was like, but sir, trust me, you don't want what we have left. Just come back tomorrow, and you cash your
Put it in my hands, please.
He just
go ahead.
Please, sir.
he's just
How many voucher tickets do we have total?
One.
Just
one
one?
for
Okay.
today.
Well, next time you have to yoink somebody's or something.
Jin, you may have mine. I do not need nourishment from material.
He puts his hands back out again. The second handful. Please, sir, can I have some more?
Where is it going? Where is it going?
It's going in my pocket. Wraps it up in a leaf and puts it in his pocket.
What sort of pockets do you have that you can hold meat?
He looked down, his pockets are just wet.
No, that's disgusting.
He said it's stew. It's not even meat. This is a horrible idea.
Again.
Anyway,
It's disgusting.
where is the bread?
Oh my goodness.
Someone's gonna hit Jin and it's just gonna explode into meat out of his pockets.
Remind me not to stand close to him if there's a wild animal close by.
Oh my goodness.
Breaks
Let's
you
all
want
be
some
wary
meat?
of that.
Why he might eat that too.
What time is it? We mustn't be late for our meeting.
You've got maybe about 30-40 minutes before it's
All
4
right.
o'clock.
All right.
How long does it take to get
we
there?
Hmm?
How long will it take us to get back?
Oh, maybe 2 minutes. It's like you're
Okay.
in like the main center area, so it's a straight shot back to your lodging.
Okay.
I'd like to go
Sorry,
to.
go ahead.
I'd like to go to different stalls and kind of like appraise the different items that they have there to kind of, especially the ones in our sections, to see which items specifically are really expensive and which ones are not.
Like the ones that you need to be protecting, or like the vendors.
The ones that I need to be protecting.
Let's
So
see.
we got you
Price.
there.
Can I get my bread first? I just want some bread.
Hey, look at that.
Hey. All right.
Nice.
For the most part, you're kind of like, I mean, it's like okay stuff, 20 gold, 30 gold, 50 gold, 60 gold. Like, I mean, there's a lot of it. So like all told, you're still talking like a hefty pool, but there's no like single stone that's like a lot. The most noteworthy piece is a like a set of rings, and each one has like a different one of like the primary gems: ruby, sapphire, emerald, that kind of thing. You would imagine that as a set would probably sell, especially with like the platinum that it's like based into, and whether or not it's enchanted. And that part you can't tell through like the dividing glass kind of thing. But you would imagine a set like that would sell close to 5,000-6,000 before enchantments.
I kind of look at the seller.
Wait, sorry. Was this? You were looking at the ones that you can sell, or the stuff that you're needing to protect?
The stuff that I need to protect.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So the stuff you're needing to protect, it won't be on sale. It won't be sold.
Okay.
It's on display.
Okay, and those two are displayed together, correct?
Yeah, everything described has been displayed together.
Okay.
This is all one
So I'm just kind of like, all right. Just kind of taking mental note of like, that's the most expensive one. Keep a particular keen eye on those, as well as some of the smaller, looser ones to kind of be like, I've seen that before. Kind of just taking them in.
Perfect.
Mental notes.
Back at the party. Not that you're that far away from the party, but back at the party. Oi, you lot. I'm sure you've heard the things you're going to be doing, yeah?
Yes, we have.
So, who's
Yep.
doing what? And also, where's your little friend?
I don't know.
He's taking stock of the items in the meantime.
Yeah, he
What do
looks
we have to
over,
do again?
and You can see Breakspear's little
Goodness,
tail,
Jen.
like, darting in and around the
Jim's
like
guarding the
the
bathroom.
gem area.
It's-
Oi,
You'll
you!
agree.
Spear
Jin
or
will be
whatever.
guarding the back.
Get back over here.
Jin will be guarding the bathroom. I do volunteer for that. Volunteer him for that.
Breakspear.
Sure.
But yes.
All right. Before we go into this meeting thing, I'm gonna need to know who's gonna be doing what. So who's on bathrooms?
Jin.
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 Jin, fine, perfect. All right. Who's gonna be guarding the gemstones?
Breakspear.
Come on.
Yes.
Sure, Breakspear, got it. All right. Who's guarding the children?
I think
Alana,
you did
how
pretty
do you feel
good with
with
the. I think you did pretty good with the children in the simulation. Personally,
Nah, makes
No,
sense to
that
me,
means no
Hedera.
problem.
All right. So that means
Stuck with the
you're gonna
children.
be with me in the nobles' room, Olena. Yeah,
yeah.
I suppose.
perfect. All right. So
You did so well with the children,
They weren't
That,
real.
even if they were.
that does mean that I'm gonna be looking for you, Olena, to kind of keep this little group together and organized. You're my I don't know. You're in charge.
Okay.
All right.
Well, good. You should show some appreciation. You're gonna get paid more than them now.
Oh.
She has more responsibility. She gets paid more. Don't give me those faces. I asked who signed up for
Sure.
what.
You didn't announce that in the beginning.
It should have been bloody implied. Bathrooms, nobles. Come on. I'll see you all at 4.
Lucky I have no need for such things.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, that didn't go the way I thought it was going to go, but
That's
okay.
all right, Orlana, dear. I do believe that you'll be
You
very well
know,
suited for this.
As well as Hedera did with the children, it might have been better to send her with the nobles.
They do say she's a queen, don't they? It's too late
I
now.
am a
Well, we
queen,
sure
so,
could.
yeah.
Well, we sure couldn't send you because you just smell like meat.
Yeah, so
I don't
definitely
want to be
cannot
in
have you anywhere
those
near
stuffy
the
nobles anyway.
I feel like they agree.
They always got nice things on them. But
Nobles are useless.
just a personal note.
Why is that
Sounds
something
there-
of interest?
sorry.
You making note of the nice things that the nobles have on them? Is that for a certain reason now?
Well, if I was here and if I was trying to steal something, I wouldn't go after the carts. I'd go after the nobles.
That is a fair point.
That makes sense.
Very good point.
I'll try to remember that.
Keep your eyes on their pockets, Orlana.
Better yet, keep your hands in their pockets.
Maybe not. I don't think we need that kind of trouble.
We're not supposed to be.
Not to steal them, but if
I
your
don't believe she
hands
should be touching the
close.
nobles. I don't believe she should be touching the nobles.
How
I don't
much
think.
time do
I
we
don't
have
think
left?
they'll
Only
like
if
that
they-
very much.
Only the married ones, maybe.
There's,
I don't know.
well, you have a little bit of time left. You maybe got about 20 minutes before the meeting would take place. Is there anything that anyone would like to get in order before then?
I'd like to go put my future meat in the room for later.
Your pocket
Well,
stew.
that is actually going to
pocket
be the
stew.
room that you're taking the meeting in, so that would just be heading to where the meeting's going to be starting.
I guess I'll go put my pocket stew up, and then I'm gonna go do some calisthenics while I wait for the meeting.
Perfect. Breaksphere, what about you?
I'd like to go find a whistle. Something that can make a loud noise.
Let's roll to find a whistle. Let's see if there's a place that is that is convenient.
The whistle salesman.
No
Damn.
whistle salesman.
Nope.
So
Will not be finding any whistles.
The closest to a whistle that you can find is like a kazoo-like object. Would you purchase that?
Oh, I am still taking that. That's even better, in my opinion.
Kazoo. It's not very loud.
Oh my gosh. But you
What
know
would,
what? It'll still make an annoying sound.
This is very
What
true.
would
It will.
Hedera be looking to do?
What is the weather like outside?
Right now, it is a very sunny day.
Right, I'm going to go outside and stand in the sun
we're
to
already
charge
out.
myself, to charge up my energy.
Perfect.
we were
Since
already
I will
outside.
having to be wrangling the children, I will need as much energy as I can acquire.
Sorry.
And Orlena, what about you?
Is there anywhere where I can try to make something? Try to bake something? Somebody gotta have something out here somewhere.
Oh no, there is kind of like a communal cooking area, the kind of the epitome of like a employee break room, like microwave area, but in an area that in an era that doesn't have microwaves. You know, there's like a stew pot and like a bunch of other things. You know, like a makeshift oven and such. It's all like you gotta like do it all manually, but you know it's there. It's
Wood-burning
the thought
oven.
that counts, right? Exactly.
know what?
Which really in this era just means that they put like a series of fireproof boxes. You know, they're like there's a box that you can burn things in, and there's a pot that you can burn things under, and it's just a series of things that you are going to light fire on or in. But you know,
Okay.
it's a thought.
The medieval kitchen.
But essentially medieval kitchenette. Okay, so I mean, at this point we have to try to bake something, see if we can get it going.
Okay.
So I have
All right.
to try.
Let's
I
roll
gotta try
for
to make
baking.
some muffins here.
Roll for baking.
Bake off.
Aw.
Oh,
Oh! What does that even mean?
you know what? Oh no!
Even your +2 bonus wasn't. It was kind of like.
It's like I don't
Wasn't
know.
feeling it.
It's
Yeah,
afraid-
it's
look,
only a
afraid of the-
kitchenette.
It's afraid of the makeshift oven.
It's not a real oven. We don't trust it. We don't trust it.
You're able to get a batch of muffins done, but like as you're like wrapping it up, you're kind of like checking the time. And you're like, oh, I gotta like get this. So you put it into your bag, and you're heading back over to the meeting by the time you're done.
How many muffins did I get?
We'll say 6.
You made a nice tray of muffins.
Okay, I was like, how many did I make?
No,
Okay.
That
one.
was such an unsure, like.
Right.
Made one massive
Okay.
muffin.
One.
As everyone gets back to the meeting area, your manager, the manager is there with your sergeant. And, seems we have our first assignment. First thing that we need you heroes, or would-be heroes, I guess, you know, to go take care of. So it seems we have received a bit of a tip, if you will. So there are some ruffians just outside of Ambervale in one of the smaller little camp towns that are being put up with everyone coming this way and whatnot. And it seems that they're trying to put together or orchestrate a little bit of a demonstration. And by demonstration, I mean people coming around and breaking things and such. And obviously, it's your job to not let that happen. Yeah, so, your job, you get paid.
Oh,
And
jeez. Yeah.
so basically, just need you to head down, see if this tip is real. If there are in fact ruffians, maybe ruffle their feathers, make them feel like maybe they shouldn't be doing these things, make some better life decisions in such. After all, this is rather political. Someone breaks a piece of art, and all of a sudden, it's like, oh, we own your mountain. So kind of important. But yeah, so hoping that you all take care of that and not let the art get broken. So also congratulations, Olena, on the promotion. Get a little more gold than the rest of them. Let them know you're in charge now. It's me, this guy here. Come on, and then you, and then the rest of them. And I don't really know what we're paying that one. I'm not sure if he's, animal wages. I'm kidding. You're a person.
Wow.
Of course you're a person. Why would you be an animal? That'd be ridiculous. We wouldn't let you walk around. If you were an animal, you'd be in the pen. But anyway, so we are gonna have to get that taken care of. Olena, we're trusting you to see the team through the obstacle. Here is a map to the place. It's a bit of a seedy joint, if you will, but I guess people that are going to break things aren't exactly, going to the main inn, so it would be a little obvious, right?
All right.
But you all can take care of that. The excitement that will unfold, sure, for sure. And we are going to actually take care of that after a little bit of a break, because what is a session without a little bit of a dramatic pause? The party having to adventure forth to another location and check out a seedy environment of would-be art vandalists. And that's going to be happening right after a small 5-minute break for us to, get some food and take a little, reset. We'll see you on the other side.
5 minutes.
Hey.
Ooh.
Hey.
Hello.
But before you all head to the seedy inn, is there anything that anyone would like to do?
Orlena.
Well. Wait, is the guy still there? Or is he gone?
The manager has left, but the other individual is still here. Your sergeant.
The guy with the voice.
Yeah,
The one
me.
that has like no
Oh, yeah, that guy. Okay. Okay.
Orlena, since you're in charge now, you think I can have double rations?
You already have pocket stew, you'll be fine. But I have a question.
Yeah.
Even though Hadera did so well with the block children, I feel like she might do better with the nobles than I would. Is
It's
it
already
possible?
on the sheet.
Oh no! I mean, her name could be Orlena for the night.
Nah, that'd be weird.
No?
That'd be weird.
Okay,
Alright.
so okay.
It's okay. You've tried.
You
It's
can-
all right. You'll do fine, darling.
You can just show up.
Just gonna watch the children.
We know who you are. No, you can't.
I'll watch
Look.
the children.
Look, you're not gonna go back on it. I can't have the person in charge going to do children work. You're coming to the nobles. She's gonna do children work. Because the paperwork's already in to get your pay increase.
She can keep the pay increase. I have no need for money.
Look, you can guard the bathrooms then, or you can guard the gems. But the person getting the pay increase is going to go near the nobles. It's a point of pride with them. They're not going to let themselves be guarded by someone who's paid not more than other people.
She's
I know,
literally
they know.
a queen.
I
Queen
don't care.
of the forest.
If she was a queen that was something to be in the nobles category, she would just be visiting. I mean, no offense, but,
Oh, offense has very much been taken.
well, you know, you're working security. I guess I don't care. Anyway, let's get that seedy pub taken care of. And he
How about you
trods
take care
off.
of it yourself? Take care of it yourself.
Not my pay grade!
Oh dear, who cares?
Oh no.
That guy was
You know
mean.
what? I think you'll do just fine with the children.
Before
Alright.
we get, too far, can we just go deal with this already?
Yes, let's go.
I was going to say, let's go.
All right, and the party makes their way to a seedy inn.
Mhm.
What do they call it? The Seedy Tavern.
Oh, I see. You know what my favorite part
Oh,
already about our
very
seedy inn
clever.
environment is?
That it's
Feels
red.
awfully red. Feels awfully
Oh,
red.
Oh dear. I do not
Oh.
like
Right.
that.
Anyway,
Do
as
not
you enter
like
the
that.
inn,
at all.
immediately, you can smell pipe tobaccos. I mean, like cigars, cigarettes. Alcohol has just clearly been haphazardly spilled, poured, drank. People have vomited in corners. It's cleaned up, but not really. In general, the place smells,
lovely
looks,
place.
and feels terrible. And everyone at every table is like hunched in groups. No one's talking loudly. It's a bunch of kind of murmurs and whispers as you enter like fully into the inn. The bartender looks up at you and goes, "Huh," and whispers to someone at the bar who goes over into one of the to the back tables, and you see everyone at that table kind of like sit back and stop talking.
It's quite the
I
welcome.
go
not-
up to the barkeep and
Not
order a
sketchy
beer
at
like,
all.
"Hi, how's it going, my tall friend? A drink for me and the other three. What will it cost?"
50 gold.
Ooh,
A drink.
It's quite
Oh,
steep.
that's,
for the drink.
deep.
Quite the drink you got there. Anything cheaper?
Nope. Nothing cheaper.
How about
Why
some
do I
water?
feel like you are making things up?
Out.
Oh.
Yep.
Have we done something to
Unfortunate,
offend
right?
you?
A Draculin can't buy a drink in this bar.
You can. 50 gold a drink. That's what everyone's paying.
Is it now?
And
I'll
a
find that.
person comes up to the bar and slaps 50 gold coins on the counter and like pushes it towards him, and he grabs it and then hands that person a drink. Yup.
You actually paid that to drink here.
That's a nice
The
trick. Is he the only guy who's gonna order a drink this whole night?
Everyone's been drinking. Can't you tell?
I'm sure they have. Oh, yes, because everyone was quite lovely. Delightful little group you have
Well,
here.
Guess it's just not my type of bar tonight then.
Nope.
Might I ask what it is about our group that bothers you?
I'm not bothered.
You don't seem to be thrilled about our arrival here.
Right now, you're not paying customers. You're just people talking to me. And another person comes up and slaps 50 gold on the counter, and he pulls out a drink and gives it to him and slides the gold coins into off the counter.
Is there anything else going on, or are they all just still staring?
Most of the tables have kind of gone back to murmuring to each other, but the table in the back corner is all just still.
Yeah, Jin's just gonna
Is there
stay
a
near the
back door to this place that we can clearly see? Or do we
I
need to roll a
apologize,
perception?
You both were talking at the same time. What was what? Jin?
Oh, I was just gonna say, Jin's just gonna stay by the door that we came in and just like survey, keep an eye
Perfect.
out.
Breakspear?
Was looking for a back door as well. Or a door that looks like
no-
it would lead to the back.
No notable one, but there is a door that leads to behind the bar and whatever their kitchenette area is. Though it doesn't look like this place serves much food.
I don't know if I would trust food from here.
Don't really serve it anyway, other than just some different various types of nuts and berries.
How much would those cost?
It's a bundle deal. You get it all for 50 gold.
How delightful. You're a
Yep.
charmer.
Well, we won't waste any more of your time then. Have a nice night. Breakspear
Would have been
makes
better
for
if
the
you
door.
paid. Okay.
This is so
Do
strange.
any of us actually have gold on us? Like,
Yeah, I
do
don't.
any of
I don't
us
know the answer to that.
You have
do?
gold, not gold that you'd be throwing around at 50 gold a drink. That is the average cost, would be maybe a gold a drink, and that would be like if you were drinking some kind of nice stuff.
Gotcha.
Let's say it's a little steep.
10 gold a drink would be considered like, whoa, what are these prices? And definitely no one's paying 50 gold for, nuts and berries. That is.
Absolutely not. Like, I could go
Clearly
get that
they
in my
are.
forest for free. Could go and get that from my
Because-
forest without a cost.
Somebody
okay.
is because
That's all a scam
Jeez.
to make it look
So
like
I'm
they're doing
interested in the
business.
table in the back that's still kind of like avoiding eye contact, but also not. That's
I'm sorry, what
also
was the
not paying
question?
attention. So I'm interested in the table that's in the back that's kind of like avoiding
Yeah.
eye contact, but also paying close attention to us.
Let's get a perception check.
terrible.
But is it enough?
Right. It's not the worst. I mean, it's not like rolling like Jin has been rolling, but you know.
Come on. No.
As you observe the table, you would note that they are all elves. The table from this distance is indescript, as they have all moved themselves away from any lighting, and they're wearing like hoods up and stuff like that. But you can tell that they definitely have elf ears, and from the few whose faces you can see, they are very elven in their facial features.
So I can't. So their hoods are covering their face, or it's just dark.
It's dark. So the ones that are like leaned away from the light, it's hard to see like into their hoods. But you can tell that they have little pips. Well, let's find out.
I see them though.
Perception roll.
Annoying. What's 2?
You're not able to make out like super details, but again, you're very confident that they are elves. Like they have the right like more like chiseled features. They're a little on the thinner side. Their frames in general are a little more slender, and you would be more familiar with their hooded robe style, or not robe, but their like hooded travel cape style. They are definitely of elven make as well.
I would say, do they look strong?
That's an elf.
They're not gonna look strong because they're elves, but go ahead.
That's not necessarily true.
Get that perception check.
They're gonna look
like a 14.
Oh, much better this time.
As you kind of like you're trying to size them up, you would note that they definitely have concealed weapons on them. That's kind of like as you're kind of going through, you see sword hilts like pressed out like the way they're sitting and things like that.
Okay. I think, they're definitely armed. There's some blades under there.
No,
You're not gonna buy anything. You're just gonna stand near the door.
Well, do you think I should go see if I know them? Would that be strange? Should I do that? I might know them. They are elves.
Go on, Arlena.
Also, real quick, GM Adam, we're in the city still, right? We're just in a seedier part of the city?
No, you are outside of the city.
Okay.
Yes.
Never mind.
Okay, this is in. It's not actually like they're like camp towns. Like they're very temporary, like pop-up towns. As there's just so many people coming and preparing for the art shows that there isn't always enough stay inside the capital, especially because it's not exactly the cheapest place on the planet.
I got you. I was like, wait a minute, are they even allowed to have weapons here? Wait a minute. Got to get the police.
The whole building is like a tent. It's just canvas.
This is more like a popped-up wooden structure. Like it predominantly is held together via like balance and like outside support beams, like holding like the general framework together. But it is tent-esque in its nature. Yes.
I asked because I'm making certain that there isn't a second floor.
Oh, there's no second floor. Well, there is a hard roof above you, but it's like layered like wood kind of thing with like a light leather coating just to.
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna attempt to approach them.
I'll go with Orlena.
I will come as well.
Oh, good. Now they're walking across the bar without paying for anything, and now they're gonna go accost my guests. Cool.
You don't know what we're going to be doing. Can you just begin?
Okay, but you don't like kind of like
so much judgment.
you got to stand a little behind me, because if we all go at the same time, they're gonna feel like we're like it's too much.
Jin
Understood.
takes 2 steps backwards.
Break
Hedera stays in the
Spear
shadows.
goes out the front and then around the side of the building to the back to where roughly he thinks that table in the back is situated.
Let's
Sounds about right.
let's get a knowledge architecture. let's get a d20 roll to see if you you are in fact at the right area.
So,
Oh,
Oh no!
I'm along the back wall.
I tell you what, you definitely think you're there.
oh
Oh goodness.
Wow, okay.
As Orlena and Hedera approach the table, the barkeep does look at you, Jin, and goes, "Yeah, you're really conspicuous. All 2 steps back here, bud."
no! Jin's like, do you have meat or just nuts and berries?
And the yeah, so you get to you do get over to the table. They as you get there, they all kind of like lean back in their chairs, and like if they weren't talking before, they're definitely not talking now.
Is there another chair?
No,
Is there more chairs? Okay.
no, not at this table. I mean, you could go grab
That's
a
what I'm
different
saying.
chair from a different table.
Because me being me, I feel like I would grab a chair from a different table, bring it up to the table, sit down, like, hey guys.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah, we're gonna do it because that sounds like me.
Can I help you? The person like doesn't look away from the table as he speaks.
Can you help me? Well, actually, I was just curious because I don't see very many elves here very often. I'm usually the only one. So I was wondering where you were from. Super friendly.
I don't have to answer that, and I'm not going to.
No, you don't have to answer it, but it would be nice if you did.
No need to be rude.
Well, too bad.
What brings you to Amberville?
The art festival?
But you're not at the art festival, you're out here.
It's because it's entirely too expensive to stay in the city.
Is it? But it's not too expensive to spend 50 gold on a single drink.
I like to support local businesses.
But supporting the local businesses inside Ambervale, or is not?
They're too taxed. Feels political.
Oh, understand.
It costs more. 50 gold is more than the ticket.
Yes, and he's a fine barkeep. He
Yes, he
does his
not
job
have
well.
Much personality. Not much of a personality on that one.
Maybe you should drink at a different bar then.
Oh, I don't need drinks, thank you.
Ah, well then good thing you're at a bar.
I'm just following her and making sure she's alright.
And he kind of just continues looking at the table.
Does he
Very
have a drink in
fascinated by
front
that
of him?
table, aren't you?
He does not know.
Hmm.
How are you supporting if you didn't actually buy anything?
Well, if you must know, see that pile over there? And he gestures to the corner, maybe 2-3 feet from you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you look?
Yes.
There's like
I'm not looking.
there's a glass on the ground and a pile of vomit. Seems my
Drink must
drinks
not
got
be
away
okay.
from me.
Doesn't seem like they're very good after all, then, are they?
Didn't say they were good drinks. Said he was a good bartender.
How can you be a good bartender if you don't make good drinks?
He sells good maps for the festival, and he always
Oh, he has
sets up
maps for the
shop early.
festival. He has maps for the festival, Elena.
Yeah, you could go buy one.
Is it 50 gold?
Probably.
It's very consistent in his pricing, isn't he?
Well, it doesn't leave you guessing, does it?
You're just a little ray of sunshine now, aren't you?
Well, that's what my mother always said.
Oh, poor thing.
Well, maybe we should get a map.
What a great
Yeah.
idea. Thank you for your information. I do appreciate the help. That wasn't offered when we were up there. That information wasn't offered at the bar when we were just up there.
And
well-
so do you get up from the table, Marlena?
And what was your name again?
Didn't say it.
Oh. I'm sorry, I must have been mistaken. Well,
What sort of art are you interested in at the festival? What interests you the most?
Different things. You know, there's a lot of it. There's
to give an
supposed to
example,
be
just-
an
just-
opera that is breathtaking.
Yes, I have heard about that. You don't really strike me as the operatic viewer. But I suppose, you know,
aficionado.
I
that's
hear
the word
well,
I was looking for.
so
Thank
I
you, dear.
figured, why not listen to something?
So you're going to an art show, and your only interest is an opera, with all the other
That
things
is-
that are being on display.
That is my main appeal. Yes.
What's your
Let's
favorite
get a
opera?
let's get a sidebar real quick with Breakspear.
Oh, he's outside.
He's-
Let's get a perception check for the old Breakspear.
I have a feeling something might be going on outside.
You're you're pressing your ears up against the wall, trying to like figure out like where can I hear through it. You realize you're like they're not talking loudly at all. Like this are quiet. Like you just can't quite hear through. At the very last second, you hear a noise behind you, and you're able to like pull your head down and look, and a bat smacks against the side of the wall, right where your head was, and
Okay.
a like elven or not a bat, a club smacks against the wall, and a younger looking elf and two smaller human, what you would imagine 18, 19-year-olds are standing there. You're sneaking around, and I'm gonna knock your block off for it. And he comes at you again with the club.
Going to use my acrobatics to kind of dodge and slide myself, and then I'm going to go for a hit to his knee, trying to knock the patella out of place.
Let's see it. I don't think we can roll off on a sidebar, so we'll do one at a time. We'll do me, then
Gotcha.
then you.
Oh,
Oh! You duck under, and the bat or the club swing misses over as you're able to get down. But before you're able to get to the knee, one of the others like jumps forward and kicks you, knocking you back a few feet. That's right. It's a good old-fashioned beatdown. Get him, boys! And they all are kind of charging at you now.
how narrow is this area that I'm in? And is there like a narrowish side to like the building? Not.
It is narrow-ish. There's definitely, I mean, you could tell this is probably where they put their trash, their garbage, anything like that, just so it's not like in the view of the festival kind of thing, or even though they're not in the festival, you get the idea.
Yeah. They have like a trash bin, or is it just like dumped?
There is it's more of a box than like an actual receptacle.
Gotcha. Backing
They are
away
closer to
from
you.
my current. Pardon?
I was saying they're getting closer.
Going to start kind of backing away from them in a direction that they're not in, and trying to use that box to kind of put it between me and them, hoping
Okay.
that one of them will try and charge initially first.
All right, let's see if you can make the distance. Let's see their roll than yours.
Gotcha.
No! Give me back that other dice!
Yes!
The two unarmed ones kind of like smack and impact into each other. The other one steps across and swings his club again, slapping into the side of the building. But again, you're able to like make some distance without even thinking.
Okay.
He's not even fully like balanced. The elf with the club leans across and is like wide swinging like at you from the other side of the bin.
I'm gonna try and step a little bit back out of his range with that awkward wide sweep of the bat, and as soon as that bat gets past me, I'm gonna rush in and punch him in the throat. Little
Let's
jump,
see
hop,
it.
skip.
1 and 1. Let's see it. It's a beatable roll. Oh no!
Oh my goodness!
The
These die are
bat
not liking
swing
me.
the bat swing is wide, and the club swing is wide and doesn't hit you. And as you're jumping back in, one of the others that are getting up just picks up like a heap of garbage and chucks it at you, and it clobbers you in the face. Doesn't actually hurt, but you're kind of staggered back. The one with the club jumps into the air and is trying to like jump down, swing, slam onto you.
I'd like to use my acrobatics to kind of scale the side of the building, so that way when his blow comes down, I can jump down on top of him.
Let's see it. Rolls.
Use my acrobatics for once.
You feel the club, like the force of it, while not crazy intense. The close quarters of it, you feel that little breeze trickle down your scales as you climb onto the wall and scale up it, and now you're poised to leap down. The one with the club is like recovering from smacking the floor, and you can tell like he wasn't ready for that. And then the other two are both back on their feet, like looking up at you.
Before the one with the club can recover, I'd like to come down with like a heel kick right to his head, neck area.
Heel kick attack!
Oh my goodness.
Oh no. You hit down onto his more his shoulder than his head, and he's like he panics and he's like trying to bring the bat up, but the other two reach up and like grab hold of you. So one's got like your tail, the other has we'll say your right arm.
Okay. The one that has my right arm, I'm going to use my claws on my left hand to try and stab into his face.
Okay. And they are going to try to hold you there while Bat Guy brings his bat around to your chest.
Yeah, my chest.
Let's see it. Getting that red light ready. Oh, no, I spoke too soon. You're able to stab, and you're not able to like get into the vitals. You kind of like slam your claws into his forehead, but it's more than enough for him to like drop you. And the bat again comes like narrowly by your face as it swings and hits like the side alley. So now it's just the one holding your tail. He's attempting to spin in a circle and throw you.
Okay. I'm going to use both hands to try and dig my claws into the bat guy's leg, like just above the knee, to try and kind of weigh me down so when he tries to swing, if he does, I'm ripping into the guy with the bat.
Perfect. Let's see it.
Ugh.
Your claws like rip through his clothing, but you're not able to like get it into his flesh. The person who's spinning you around, lets you loose. And luckily for you, instead of slamming into the wall, you go flying through the window back into the bar.
Oh, fun.
And let's return to the party.
Yeah.
'Cause you're not going anywhere.
Oh,
Can I and hold on, Breakspear. But so,
ooh.
what can I help you with now?
Wait.
Okay. So we're back in the inn.
Yes,
You're
sorry. Yes, you're back. You're
Yeah.
back to the bartender. Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm
I
not. Wait, am I not at the table anymore? Are we all
You're
back
still-
at the
you're
bar?
still-
What
Oh, sorry.
happened?
I thought Hedera was going to the bar. I hadn't.
No,
heard
I
if
hadn't.
you
I
were-
hadn't left yet. I was.
Oh,
thinking
hadn't
about
left
it.
yet. Okay, okay. So,
I had not left
so
yet.
my apologies. I thought Hedera had gone to the bar and that Orlena was debating whether or not she was staying at the table. What are we doing?
'Cause
No,
I
'cause we
hadn't
were still
gotten up
deciding
yet,
on
'cause-
what we were doing.
Whew.
Okay. I look over at Jin. Jin is still standing by the bar, isn't he?
Yes, he's like clearly being like mocked by the bartender occasionally.
Okay. Okay. I'm
You're
gonna
just
kind of
standing
like.
there, just
I'm gonna kind of signal to Jin to come over.
Oh, I guess your clandestine operations are over. Cool.
Jin,
what's
I
up?
want you to take this, and go order a drink at the bar. Try to get something out of the bartender. See if maybe he might be a little more forthcoming if you order something.
No, oh, okay.
And she hands
I
him
take them.
her gold.
Whatever.
Let's get a bartender perception roll.
Oh, jerk.
Continue.
Jin's gonna go over the bar. He's gonna go and put the 50 gold on the table.
Oh, cool. You're actually gonna buy something. What do you want? Let me guess. Your frame? Berries? Nuts?
I want the drink, I guess, but I also heard something about a map. Do you have
Yeah.
a map?
We sell maps? Buying a map? Or are you buying a drink?
I want the map.
Cool. And he pulls out a map and slides it to you and then grabs the gold and pulls it behind the counter. Thank you for choosing us as your official map buying destination. Have a lovely day.
So it's just looking at the map. He's just as he's walking back over, just
As you open the map, it is an exquisitely detailed map of like when shows are happening, when times are happening, like expected line traffic areas. Like someone really did their research. It would be like if you're like you followed this map, you'd probably see a whole bunch of things at the art festival. That's kind of
So I got this map.
No,
You wanna-
you're like,
You wanna look at
Did
it?
you ask him anything about it? Did you ask him anything about it? Has he told us anything?
I mean, I didn't ask because it seemed, I don't know, he didn't, the way he looked, I don't know, I didn't want to keep getting made fun of, okay? I'm sorry.
That was the point of you going and buying something, hoping that he might be a little bit more forthcoming.
He's so mean.
all right. So I'm gonna get, look. Okay, I have to get up
Jin.
and I'm gonna join. I gotta get up and join them at this point. These guys
at this
are talking
point-
to me.
At this point, I'm going to need a reaction. I'm going to say a reflex check. I'm going to get a reflex check from Hedera, Orlena, and Jin.
Oh no.
Oh,
Uh
The triple roll.
I don't like the sound of that.
oh.
Give me that 60.
Well, Jin is doing
I'm,
well.
I am not having a
Jin-
good day.
okay.
Like the tiny dice coming in hot.
As you all stand up and you're going back over towards the bar, the window on the back wall breaks as a break spear comes hurtling through the window, and Jin, you're just barely able to like get your hands out and like catch him before he like careens into like the bar head first.
Breaks.
What?
One
Thanks!
of the one of the assailants for you, Breakspear, leans in and goes, "That's right! It's a good old-fashioned bar fight!" And immediately, the whole bar stands up, and the first a person just looks over, grabs the cherries on, and chucks it at you at the party. This is going to start the first of one of our new things that we're going to be doing. We're calling these the Epic Encounters. And these are basically a set of rules that are going to apply to the encounter at hand. The encounter at hand is a chaotic, over-the-top fantasy bar fight. Well, bar fights are unpredictable. In this encounter, all odd numbers rolled on a dice have a crazy effect added to them. The closer the odd number is to 1, the worse it is for the person rolling. The better, or the higher it is, the closer it is to 20, the better it is for the player.
Fantastic.
Let's have a fun bar fight.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Okay.
And let's see what that first thrown chair at the party is going to do. Let's get a GM dice roll.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh dear.
An 8. No special effect. The chair comes careening towards the group. Let's see here. The closest to this would probably be Orlina, as she would have been in the back of the group. So the chair is coming at you.
I gotta dodge.
Let's see it.
Okay.
Ooh.
17.
Okay.
Orlina is able to step out of the way of the chair, and the chair goes flying into a person who was approaching the party from the other side who had drawn a dagger, and the chair careens into that person, and they are down and out. There's about there's a good 12, 13 people at a quick glance up in arms, most of which are coming towards the party. What are our reactions to the scenario?
Are we still right by the bar?
Yes.
How far is the
there
bar
a
from the
mug?
door?
Sorry?
How far is the bar from the door?
You're probably a good 16, 15 feet from the door.
Okay.
What is the bar counter made out of?
Wood.
Oh, lovely. I can.
And Breakspear, what were you going to ask?
Is there a mug on top of the bar?
Yes.
I want to
Okay.
grab it, drain it, and then use it as a weapon.
Perfect.
Um,
As you take a big old sip, you find out that it's like an apple juice or something.
50 gold for apple juice.
wow. See, I'm
It's
glad I
the
didn't buy
maps.
that
It's the
juice.
maps.
The map was
But,
a very good choice.
I have a question.
Dude threw up over some apple juice.
Oh no. What are those elven fellas doing? Fellas.
Oh, they are
Roll
they
with
are
apple.
on their feet, and they are weapons drawn, coming towards the party.
Okay, so
Okay.
we've got people coming from us on both sides then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What about behind the bar?
The bartender has his hands just kind of like flatly on the bar, and he goes, cool.
And I have one
Does
additional
this
question.
happen often? Do you like unfazed
I know.
by this?
He is unfazed by life right now. I'm just trying to figure out if I can somehow get.
The first of the elven assailants has made its way over as the party has been deliberating, and
Can I-
is. Hmm?
I was gonna say, is it possible for me to get behind the bar so I have like a barrier and I can attempt to start shooting?
So one of the elves closest to you is making an attack towards you. You could try to make it over the bar to get out of the range of their attack.
Yeah.
You want to do that? Roll off!
Oh,
Oh! Yeah!
Ah!
No.
Oh no, he's dancing. I
Oh,
couldn't
that's my
see it
nat
for a
20 right
second.
there. That's my nat 20 right
No.
there. Oh,
Is this
yeah.
first
Come
one?
on.
Oh, dear.
As you like go to go over the bar, you realize that there's just it's sticky. It's sticky with all this like apple juice and all of this like what they've been eating, and it like delays you just a little bit, and the blade catches you across like your shoulder and down your arm, and it's not like a massive wound, but you are like bleeding rather profusely as you like more tumble and roll over the bar rather than elegantly jump that way.
Of course. Ugh.
Reactions from the
I'd
party?
like to take-
I grab
Take the
hold
mug
of
that I
the bar
just broke.
counter, and since it's wood, I can manipulate it, and I
Mhm.
use that to like cast like this spear type thing towards the person who attacked Orlena.
Okay. And Breakspear, what are you doing?
Get him.
Whoever's
Gotcha.
next coming at the party, I'm
Maybe.
taking the mug and I'm throwing it at their head.
Perfect. And Jin, what are you doing?
Jen would look real quick and survey the room, and would like to assess who the strongest people in the room are.
Of course.
Perfect. All right. Let's start with Hedera sending a bar spear down the way.
Bar spear.
Bar spear. Oh, you turd.
Ah.
Oh!
It flings down the bar, and it knocks the sword out of the hand of the person closest to Orlena, but does no real damage to them. The drink
Well,
being
that's
hurled
unfortunate.
by Breakspear is
Oh my god.
I can't
right.
catch a
You
break.
raise your hand back. You're like, take this, and you pull your hand back like that and break the glass mug that you have on the bar behind you, and then throw the small glass handle at a person,
Oh my
and
God.
it like hits them in the chest, and they're like, what? And they in turn throw a drink back at you, and let's see that roll.
Oh my god.
I'd like to
God.
dodge.
Oh my god.
Ah! Aha!
What the heck?
Oh,
Breakspear,
no.
why have you done this to us?
The
Oh
the
my
glass
God.
slaps across your face. It breaks on your forehead. You like stagger back, and you've just got now blood and applesauce, or not applesauce, blood and apple juice just dripping down your face. And let's get a perception, combat or knowledge combat for Jin to see if he can identify who the greatest threats are.
I was real close to
Okay.
that one for a second there. Real close.
Very nice, very nice.
The person that you as you're looking, most people are just kind of like making their way like in the shortest possible path towards you. They're moving just against their environment. That's not like a decision. And then you see in the back of the room one person going the opposite way, and he slips under one of the tables, slides, hops over one, and is making his way to the front door.
I'm on them. I'm going.
There's one person in the way for you to like try to catch up to that person. They have a small dagger, and he's stabbing towards you with it.
Jin's gonna try. Oh Lord, have mercy. he's gonna try and jump and knee him and then keep going. You know what I mean? Like in the momentum of going through him, he's gonna jump the blow.
Let's get a roll.
Oh jeez.
Roll out.
That's. Oh.
Go,
It's a casual.
Jin, elbow, knee. I can't see. Oh,
No odds, but yours is your attack is better. The knife slashes through some of your clothes, but isn't able to find any real purchase. Your knee connects with the person's elbow, sending them toppling over, and you're able to make it to the other side of them, and you will be on your way to the door. Checking in with the rest of the party, though, Breakspear, you have a person trying to take advantage of the fact that you're like cleaning off your eyes, and they're attempting to grab you by the shoulders.
I grab their wrists and roll backwards, bringing them down to my level, and attempt to kind of like grab and pull and flip over me, using my legs to kind of kick them up.
Perfect. Let's see a roll for Breakspear.
Damn.
Bro.
So, as you pull them down, and you do manage to get them so like their hands are touching the ground rather than your shoulders. They're kind of in like an arch over you as they're on all fours. As you go to like continue like a move, just things from their pockets just start like smacking you in the face, and you're like temporarily just like ow, 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 as that is where you will resume. Hadera, what are you looking to do? You've got two people unarmed, or armed with like glasses and forks coming at you from your right, and then there is still the group of elves at the end of the table, two of which are trying to make it around the bar towards Elena, and the other two are coming towards Breakspear.
Wow.
Is the ground of the tavern, is it dirt or wood, or what is it made out of?
It's kind of like a hide in some places, open in some places, wood in others.
Okay. Is there light
When you say
coming through the
open,
window that
is
was
that like dirt?
broken?
Yes.
That's also true.
You
So there is
could
sunlight.
you could like kind of sit on the bar and you would be in direct sunlight.
But it's
Okay, the open place is on the floor. Is it dirt that's like open through it, or is...
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to touch the dirt and
Okay.
use that to power, and I'm going to use that to shoot vines out in each direction to try to like hold off the people that are going after Breakspear and Orlena.
Ambitious, I like it. Let's see it.
You loser! Oh my
Oh
god!
my god!
Not the purple dice.
We are not having a good time.
You put your
We just
hands
mark
onto
it
the dirt.
forward.
You put your hands onto the dirt, and like you're like in your head you're going through like summoning this magic, and you look down the bar to like get an idea of where your targets are, and all you see is Breakspear like under a person with like gold and like necklaces and different knickknacks hitting him in the face, and you can't help but get a little confused, and vines just shoot off randomly as you get distracted. Orlena, what about
my
you?
God.
What are we doing?
I'm trying to figure out how close they are to me, because I feel like I am not made for like close quarters combat. I have like probably like a dagger. I'm not made for this. I still want to try to see if I can get a shot off.
The closest one is about 8 feet away from you as they're like getting to like the bar entrance and like undoing the little.
Oh yeah,
height
we gonna
gate.
try to get a shot off here.
Let's see if we can get an arrow off in time. On that injured arm too.
Ooh,
Oh.
the wiggly dice.
Ah.
They're dancing.
You pull your bow up and out, and as you're like straining this arm, which is just bleeding, blood just starts rushing down it even more as you flex your muscles. You are able to loose an arrow. However, as it hits the person in the chest, you clearly have hit something in their pocket as the arrow hits and like ricochets off.
Nah, man.
That person is going to reach and grab one of the glass mugs on the counter and try to throw it back at you. Let's see how well they throw things. Moderately. The glass hits your like bow hand, and it hurts, but for the most part, it doesn't do any real like noticeable damage. Let's check in with Breakspear and his assailant before checking back in with Jin. So Breakspear, You, like I said, you're like his hands are kind of above your shoulders. You're directly under him, and things have just stopped falling out. But you're coming there, and you've got two people coming from your left side.
And I can see the two people coming from my left side.
Yes, and those two are both armed. Like one has a pair of knives, and the other has a short sword.
I'd like to try and roll a little bit to the left side, and then using my tail and legs, push and kind of like kick the guy towards the two of them.
Let's see it.
Bruh.
Oh my god.
Have I rolled better than
You-
a 7
you-
this entire session?
You slide out from
Worst part.
underneath the assailant as he doesn't have a hand on you to resist, and you try to kick off of him, but you just kind of go, "Ha!" and slide yourself away on the floor a few feet.
You just push yourself back.
It works. I can do that.
One of the people who was coming at Hedera is now going to come at you. The other will be coming at Hedera. But let's check in with Jin first. Jin, you're both moving towards the door. The person sees you and grabs a throwing knife and is throwing it at you. What would your reaction be?
Jin is this, I'm guessing it's gonna be chest level. He's throwing this thing. I'm just gonna assume that's what I would think someone's gonna do. He's gonna try to slide underneath and keep his momentum, and then pop back up after the knife passes.
Roll off.
Oh,
You sure making an assumption is the best idea?
look, that's just how Jin rolls.
Haha! I got you. I threw it at the floor.
Oh dear. Oh no.
Oh
no.
Not like this.
21 fight.
Oh,
Like
That's
I
a
said,
stabby
a pure
boy.
assumption. An assumption is a great idea.
I am
And
so tempted.
they pull the dagger up, and right as they're about to throw the dagger, you see it and you start to slide, but they hadn't let go of it yet, and they're able to flick it down, and it lands right here, just barely, not in your neck proper, but into the meat of this shoulder. It scrapes across your collarbone, and the back of the blade is poking out the top of your left shoulder. You definitely can tell you can't lift your left arm while it's lodged in there.
Okay.
jeez.
I don't even think Jin even thinks about it. He's pulling it out. He just
Oh
he's just
no.
throwing it out.
All right, okay, and let's check in. So we've got one person coming at Hedera, one person coming at Breakspear. The other people who are a little further away from Breakspear, we don't need to worry about right now. So Hedera, you're touching the ground as you just tried to cast that spell. The person coming at you is just trying to bring their glass mug down on the top of your head.
Okay. I try again, and I shoot up a. Let's just say a sharp twig instead of a vine, and you have
Okay.
to try to, not a twig, okay, a sharp branch, to try to impale the person attacking me.
All right,
And
let's
you're-
get a roll off. More roll offs. More 20s and a
Jesus.
roll off for me. More 20s and a roll off
No!
for me.
Man, bamboo skewer attack.
Come on.
The crown is off.
Oh my
Son of a
god.
Lord.
biscuit! Oh my god, are you freaking kidding me?
As Hedera, your hands are on the ground, you think to yourself, I will impale them with a... And you look up, a twig, no, a branch, but a twig comes flying out of the ground and breaks on the person's chest as their glass mug is brought down on the top of your head. And you, just like Breakspear, feel the glass, you feel blood from the top of your head, and apple juice just running down your face. Over to Breakspear as the person who's approaching you has their glass in hand. It throws the glass first at you. What would be your reaction to that?
Probably to move away, kind of roll away from where he threw it, and attempt to get myself back on my feet. Kind of using that roll momentum to get me up.
Perfect. Let's see a little acrobatics check for the break spear.
Acrobatics.
Okay.
That could have been worse. Oh.
You're able to roll and like get up and get out, but as you do, it knocks over like a stool that hit or a chair that hits hits a table. That table in turn falls over, and the person next to Hedera who just hit her in the head with the glass mug catches the glass mug falling off another table. Wacky things happen on odd numbers.
Because
oh
of
my
course
gosh.
But you dodged the glass, so that's good for you.
That's something.
Oh, it's like round 2.
And over on Orlena, the person that you just tried to shoot with the arrow is right now just two, like Superman trying to leap over the little chest-high fence at the bar entrance to grab you.
Where's the bartender?
Behind you.
Oh,
Still with his hands just on the bar.
He just
Super.
this just happens.
So
I guess.
he's just leaping at me, just like empty-handed.
Yeah, this is the one that Hedera dislodged the weapon of, and so this person's just like, ah!
Wow. I am so upset about that.
He said, "Where's my hug?"
Okay, I guess, is it possible? Well, of course it's possible. I can fucking try. Well, no, the only thing, because I don't do close combat, the only thing I have for close combat is literally, not even a sword, it's like a dagger at this point. So I guess all I can do is try to take it. And I don't even think I want to try to, like, I just kind of want him to, like, I want to, like, not like overhanded, like thrust it. Hopefully he lands on it with some force. And that's all I got.
Right. You know what? Let's get Orlena another roll off. You know, when was the last time I rolled a 20 on one of those?
Oh,
Stop.
Shut up.
It's not funny.
Oh,
No!
Oh, it was so close!
Yes!
oh,
Oh, it was so
the
close.
person
Thank the gods.
is jumping at you, and you hold the knife out, and at first, like, they're kind of like leaping into you, and it, like, you're not able to, like, find real purchase, and as they kind of, like, tackle over the wall and, like, onto you, you're laying there, and at first you, like, start to scramble and try to move, and you realize they're not resisting at all, and your knife is just buried through their heart.
murderer!
Hey, she did what
First
she
blood.
had to.
The
Technically
the-
wasn't, because you and I both are bleeding. So
the
Hey,
the
hey,
person
first blood
It's self-defense.
boy.
the person with the sword looking over the bar sees this, drops his knife, and just like starts like leaving. Like he just drops his weapon and he's out. He's just like
It's just like, I'm gonna leave him.
he's sprinting away. The person fighting Breakspear has not witnessed this, so that will continue. Same with the person with the Hedera. But we need to check in with Jin. Jin, you've just
Oh, yeah.
ripped that throwing knife from your shoulder. What are you looking to do as they are grabbing the door and opening it?
Jin is going to. He's gonna kick the door back closed.
Okay.
Where you think?
Let's see if Jin can keep that door closed.
Sounds about right for Jin.
It's
Oh, not bad. Not bad.
not bad at all.
You're able to get your foot onto the door and like push it closed. Their hands there on the handle. He immediately pulls it up, and you recognize the strike as he brings his elbow like noseward, and you know it's going to be like an elbow into a backhand. You've seen this fighting style before.
Okay. Jin's just gonna. He's gonna go to push his foot off the door to make space. but not so far that he couldn't close the door again. You know what I mean?
Okay. Let's see if
So he's gonna try to
Jin
dodge it,
can
basically.
dodge.
Dodge.
Hey!
Yes. All right.
You
the only
you,
one of
you
us is
push
doing
off
something great.
you
other
push
than
off the
Elena.
door, and you're able to
Finally.
like bring that foot back around and slide back a little bit, dodging the attack. And the person, you can tell, has to go through that like fight or flight reflex, and they choose fight, and they're coming at you with a very similar kick to what you used for the door, but at your face.
I would like to counter their kick to my face with an opposite kick to their chest.
This feels like a roll-off moment.
Absolutely.
Why?
Just because Adam not changing his
Oh
face
no!
at all.
Oh no! Ah!
Oh.
Dang it! Kick to the face it is.
You eat this kick right to the face, and as you do so, the elf that is like, I'm done with this fight, comes clobbering into you. You like you're into his path. You both are like tangled in a mess on the floor. The elf you impacted with is clearly knocked out cold from the impact. You kick him into the chest, but the way he like backs up into one of the tables, the table like tips backwards a little bit, and he's like getting himself back to balanced. And let's check in with Hedera. This guy's just got another glass mug, and he's gonna do it again.
All right, I do it again. I try it again. This time,
That's
full
just
on.
like-
I'm gonna full on tree branch. Let's
The God
impale
shall
this
save
dude.
it.
Go.
Let's see if
Impale
this
this
No
roll-off
twigs.
goes differently.
Look!
No
No
full-on
twigs!
tree.
No twigs!
Give me a
no
whole
twigs!
No
tree
twigs.
No
to
twigs.
impale
No
this
twigs.
dude.
Glass mug.
Freaking tree.
Tree.
Have a tree grow through this man.
Oh.
That's-
Oh my goodness!
Sparkling. Oh no.
A literal tree does come shooting from the ground, busting through the roof of the inn, and there's not even a visible corpse. This causes the rest of the combatants to all just drop weapon. The person who was coming at Breakspear is like, nope, and just they are all just trying to run out of the inn.
Yes, finally.
Although Jin's at the door, so.
Is in a pile at the door. About to get
Turn this
trampled.
dude into a tree.
Any actions from the party as all of the assailants are looking to leave?
Oh, I'm chasing this person down that I was fighting.
The big
Right,
guy.
let's see how easily you get out. Let's get a roll for you having to get out. Be an athletics check to get out from underneath the person that you're on, and not also be trampled by all the people trying to leave.
Oh,
Fun.
people. Hey.
Yeah.
Oh!
All right.
Hey, look,
Okay.
Jin might
Jin.
be dumb, but he can roll.
Jin, you slap your elbows like on the ground to kind of like be able to get your chest a little bit up. Pops the person that was on top of you over to your left. You kip up. As you land, you grab his foot and you use him as like you put your feet on him and use him as like a kickstart to like move forward. And since that was an odd number, the person that you push slides underneath the people running, and just like a bunch of cyclists having, when they all start crashing, the whole group of people start twisting over each other, slapping into the ground, stools, tables, all that kind of stuff starts falling over, and you are like, he has made it out the door, you're out the door, right behind him. Let's get a athletics roll to see if you can run this person down.
Yikes.
I'm a track star.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
you're able to you're like in an arm's reach of this person.
I'm gonna reach out to grab, like, hey, wait, stop!
All right, so you grab his like shoulder. Is that what you're kind of trying to do?
Yeah.
All
He's
right,
trying to pull him back.
let's see it. Let's see if you can't you know get a good grip, kind of slow him down.
Eh.
You reach up, you're able to grab onto like the cloth of his shoulder. His hand comes up and it's the perfect. It slips underneath your elbow and kind of bows your arm out so your thumb's exposed, and he's able to like smack that off, like your grip off, and he turns though, and again you see the like a combat pose that you are extremely familiar with your own training.
Yo.
Where did you learn these moves?
It's like your long lost brother.
I can ask you the same thing.
Why is everyone like so apathetic in this bar? Like no one has any like emotion.
They're robots.
It's
the apple
candy bar.
juice.
That's how it goes.
It's the apple juice.
It's the apple juice, dang it.
I learned it from Master Darius at the Hollow.
Oh.
Huh, so you're from the Hollow too. Well, let's do this then.
Let's do
You
this.
square up.
Yeah.
Oh, there
Just
you go.
kick itself in my house.
And checking in with the rest of the people back at the bar. What are we doing? As
Oh my
as
God.
Jin has, jettisoned out of the bar after someone, and there's a group of different like people from the tables and some of the elves like getting up off the ground, like, oh my god, and they're like trying to start to hobble back towards the door.
I attempt to. Breakspear attempts to run and jump on the back of one of the elves and just like start punching him as many times as he can in the back of the head to get him down on the ground.
Okay.
Let's see it.
Oh no.
I feel like. Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's the best roll I've had all night.
The elf is like clearly at odds. So the second you get on top of his head and you start just like, you're not even hitting like good, as you're still like trying to climb and swinging at the same time, but he just covers his ears and like gets in a fetal position and is like, just stop,
Oh. I feel like we need information from the elves, but
We do.
we do. Ooh. Am I still under a dead elf? I need to get him off of me.
Yes, you do.
I'm
You
still
do.
under
Right now,
a dead elf.
He's bleeding on you.
just have-
You're just like,
he's just bleeding all over you. Yes.
I need to get him off of me and attempt to heal myself, because apparently I'm bleeding too.
You
Yeah.
are in fact still bleeding a lot. Yes.
See? Yeah, no, this isn't a good thing. So I need to get him off of me.
Yeah.
And you know what? Go ahead.
I was just as he's not putting up much of a fight, and the others are running. You're able to like push him off of you and kind of like lean yourself up against the underside of the bar.
I need to heal my arm though. That's the problem, because I'm bleeding everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You have your
Bleeding
muffin?
rather profusely.
Of course, we're gonna go with muffin. Yes. I need a muffin.
All right. Which muffin are you doing? One of the ones you made at the center?
That sounds so treacherous. Well, yeah, because the other ones are mystery muffins. I need a muffin that I know is gonna heal me. Yes. Yes, I am.
All right. Let's
Going with
let's
the
see
muffin that I
how let's get a fort check here for the muffin.
muffin fork check. That was stylish.
Nice. Got a nice little bit of flair with it.
As you bite into the muffin, you do immediately feel like the healing properties and it like the benefits of it. However, you almost vomit as you're like, oh god, whoever used the oven before me did not clean out whatever they were doing, and it definitely tastes like they were baking some sort of meat-based treat. and it just tastes like this muffin you made with with your dough and your berries and all of this, and it just tastes like someone put pork in the middle of it, but not like just like fatty pork just in the middle of your muffin, as you're just like, oh.
But I'm gonna eat it because you know what?
But it's healing you up.
Healing you up
I'm
good.
gonna have to give Jen one of these muffins. He'll actually eat it.
It's a meat muffin, Jen.
Speaking of Jin, he opens up with a feint kick with his left leg, and then wheels around his right leg to try to go for another kick to the head.
All right. Jin's gonna start slow. He's gonna just try to evade the attacks.
All right. Let's get a Jin evasion check.
Oh,
Oof.
there's even worse.
Oh,
It was even worse.
dang.
You're
It can't
able
be
to.
good forever.
You're able to like get mostly out of the way, but it clips the top of your shoulder and the top of your head as it goes by, and you're able to like shake it off, but you're like, that was less than pleasant. And he lands, and he immediately, as his right foot touches down, is springing off of it and like spinning in the air to bring the leg like down at your head as you're like
Oh my gosh.
ducking.
Jin, he's gonna go in to dodge the kick to try to get in close.
All right, let's try. Let's see a closing the distance. A little acrobatics. Try to get in without getting hit.
Oh
No,
my
not
God.
the one again. Not the one.
The confetti of sadness strikes
again.
I know, you
You-
really need to change the confetti because it's so confusing.
That's my exclamation point.
You're dipping in, and again, you see it slightly too late. As this person, they started the move in the air, and you thought it was going to be one, and it transitions into another as he brings down his knee rather than his foot on his inner guard. It connects with the temple, and you find Jin finds himself face planting into the dirt, and all he sees before he blacks out is feet running away from him.
Oh, goodness.
Dang.
Oh, no.
Okay.
All right. Are everyone still is everyone that can, they're still trying to make it to the door?
At this point, they are either surrendering or giving up as actual appropriate like guards of Ambervale's territory and such start like trooping in and going like, "What's going on here?" and start like wrestling up the people of the different groups and such. As the guards come over to the party members who are all near the bar, they're like, we're gonna have to take you lot in as well. And the bartender goes, no, they didn't start it. In fact, if anything, they were defending themselves. So that's cool. And the guard, like the leader of the guard group, goes over and is like speaking with the bartender directly for a bit. And he just kind of is recanting the story. And for the most, I mean, there's parts where you can tell he didn't see it perfectly, but for the most part, he's telling it within a like degree of accuracy of what actually happened. And the guard captain comes over and goes, "All right, so you're here on festival business, as it is, yeah?"
That is correct, yes.
Yep.
Oh.
He said there was a fourth one of you.
He's outside somewhere.
Jin.
Not.
He started
not,
taking
too
off
much.
after one of them.
Ah, that must be who we found knocked down in the streets. Bring him in! And he shouts out, and two guards come in holding Jin.
Oh gosh. Oh no.
Well,
Jin,
Is anyone still
That
in there, or have
sucks.
they already taken everyone outside?
They've taken everyone outside, but they're like lined up.
Okay. I still want to see if I know any of these elves.
As you go out to the line, you see them. You don't recognize any of them.
Okay. I feel like I needed to know. Oh.
But we have to take all of them into Ambervale first. They'll get processed for their crimes of committing violence and starting a bar fight, especially during the festival. At that point, we'll turn them over to festival security for you all to be able to question and interrogate them.
Fantastic.
He nods, and the guards leave, and then one of the basically the CSI of the guards come in, which is just a bunch of different types of mages, clerics, people of those sort who start kind of reassembling things or fixing windows or ungrowing a tree. And stuff like that.
I was gonna be like, there's this tree right in the middle of
Ungrowing the tree.
ungrow this tree.
Okay.
Where are those
okay,
three
okay.
brats?
Ungrow this tree.
At this point, Jin, you have stirred,
What?
and you would note that your assailants, Breakspear, are not amongst the people being processed.
Son of a bitch. Those
Oh.
three little assholes.
Who are you referring to? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I was trying to listen in from outside, and these three kids try to jump me. And that's what
Those
started
are the
this
ones
whole
that threw you
thing
through the
off.
window.
One of
I
them.
see. They must have run off after the fight started.
Yeah.
What did they want?
They
from you?
probably never came inside.
I don't think they.
No,
did.
they just
no
wanted
one
to
came
fight.
in. Oh dear. Maybe they were the ones that we needed to be looking for. Did you get a good look at them?
I doubt it. They had stupid reasons. They thought I was lurking. Well, technically, I guess I was lurking, but whatever.
I'm glad you're
Is
all
there
right.
anything? Sorry. Is there anything?
Did you
Is
guys
everyone
find out
alright?
anything
You-
inside before, everything went down?
We got a map. That is the best that we.
Map?
Yes, of the
Can I see
festival.
it?
Actually, it's very, very detailed.
Yeah,
Jen, do you still have it?
Okay. The elves that were sitting at the back table said the bartender sold them a map. We bought a map. Here's the map.
It's very detailed.
Can
Yes,
I
it's
use
so
my
much.
appraisal skill on the map to see, oh, this outlines, some of the best places to try and steal stuff from?
Yeah, why not?
Because he-
Let's see it.
Hey! The
There we
dirty
go.
20.
All right.
Nice, very nice, very nice.
While for the most part, you're like, no, this is just a super detailed map. This is however they've come about this information. Some of these schedules aren't even publicly posted yet. There are just estimations about time and switches and things like that that just don't feel appropriate, or not inappropriate, but they just feel odd.
This map is weird. This has way too much detail.
I thought it
Somebody's
was a nice
either
map.
done their homework or maybe they got information that not even we have.
Do you think it was made by somebody
could-
from the festival?
Maybe. Or somebody really obsessed with it. Some stuff just seems wrong, but so much of it seems right that can't tell. You could potentially do a lot of harm with this. And you just bought it?
50 gold.
Well, could be good, but
Yeah.
just like the drinks, it could just end up being apple juice.
Maybe we should show it to that moron back at the festival and see what he thinks of it.
Seems like a good idea.
Well,
Maybe
Alright.
not tell him we got it from the bartender, because in the end he seemed like he was kind of okay. Just, I don't know.
Yes, yes, yes.
I mean, if the bartender's selling them, he might be in on it, though.
Mm,
Jin, are you
Wow, I'm
alright?
surprised you're putting words together.
I
oh,
need it. I'm hungry now.
Well,
Orlana,
would you like
do
a
have
muffin?
you
more
got your
questions?
Would you
pockets,
like a
too.
muffin? Oh, he does.
I
But,
left it back at the
No, he
the
did
place.
empty his pockets too before we left.
He indeed limped. Well, I still have muffins.
I should have known better than to take out the pocket food. Should have known better.
Eat the
Is it
muffin.
meat
You'll like the
muffins?
look. Technically no, but I ate one. Healed my arm. Kind of tasted like meat a little bit. I don't know what was going on with that oven, but it tastes not like it's supposed to. I think you might actually like it.
Jin's
Try.
holding it. Is it good?
It does have the faint smell of meat.
Just try the muffin.
You feel your severe concussion slip away.
This is a good muffin.
Is there anything the party would like to do before heading back to the fairgrounds?
Is the bartender still standing there?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to speak to the bartender.
Hello.
I would like to thank you for telling the guards that, or what actually happened. I believe, I thank you.
Well, you know, honesty is my policy. So that's cool.
I am sorry about the tree in the middle of your bar and, you know, all the other trouble that occurred here.
It happens. Won't be the last time, I'm sure.
But,
The tree part's new.
Does
I
this
have a
happen
question.
often?
I'm sorry?
Go ahead, Orlana.
I have a question. You said honesty is your policy, so I have to ask, where did you get these maps from?
Been coming to these festivals for a very long time. They don't really change a whole lot of things up.
So you made them?
Yeah, that's why I sell them.
Okay.
It's very detailed. It's a very nice map. You do a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Nothing out of this guy. Trying really hard. It's just nothing. All right. Okay, so question. So I know like Hedera is bleeding. Technically, or like her blood is like it's chlorophyll. But
Chlorophyll.
am I able to heal myself just like as a druid? Just
You're always welcome to try.
Like I say,
Yeah.
are you?
actually, I think I
Can
can
you?
heal let's try healing myself like in the sunlight. Maybe that'll go outside, see if it'll heal myself.
Let's see a sunlight heal roll.
Let's try that. Let's try that.
Are we
Do you
outside?
Come on, don't fail
believe
me.
in? Oh no!
Wow.
That is not a good
awful.
noise. The one on the heel. You have sunburn now.
I can't have sunburn. I'm a pretty plant.
What did you do?
It means you just burn up.
As
She's
as you try to like bring about this magic to like heal yourself, you find that you're a little more off than you would like kind of expected, and instead of healing yourself, you just kind of start like petals, flowers, vines just kind of are like shooting haphazardly like out of like your wound instead of healing it, and the exertion of magic has you get really lightheaded and you faint.
Oh,
Fantastic.
she needs some sugar.
Fantastic.
Get that plant some sugar water.
You failed me,
Oh my
son.
God.
The sunlight, it failed me. I've been failed by the sunlight.
Well,
Gosh. Okay.
that was interesting.
Is there anything else that the party would like to do before heading back to the center?
Well,
Oh my god.
now I guess Jin will pick up Hedera.
Yes, pick her
but
up.
Jin,
Yes, pick her
Jin would
up.
also like to see if he can make out any tracks of where this person went that he was chasing after.
You would very clearly see the tracks, and then you would see like the tracks up the side of a building, and then you just know from that point on, like there wouldn't be tracking it across like the hides and stuff like that, which is
Yeah.
probably what they knew as well.
Dang.
Damn. I'll get you next time.
And you
Nameless
make
rival.
it back. You make it back to the camp, where your sergeant is like, "Oi, you were supposed to. I mean, I guess you've got some people detained, but, jeez, you turned a man into a tree. That's
We
terrifying."
get results. That's what
Wait,
you wanted.
what? What happened with a tree?
I guess all of you just
Yeah, she turned poor Johnny into a apple tree.
Why?
take
I
the
mean,
night off, I guess. Here's a couple of meal vouchers. Good work, I guess.
Hey, boss.
Oh, by the way,
And,
boss man, before you run off,
He
like
stops.
thanks.
Yeah.
I take out the version of the map. This might be a problem that you want to show everybody else that's, higher up than you. And, well, maybe you are the highest, but this might not be a good thing to find out is running around and can be bought pretty easily.
I'll give it to the manager.
Some of the details seem to be wrong, but
And he grabs it.
Hey, boss. There was
Yeah.
another one there that got away. He was real strong. He did. I don't know. I didn't get a good look at him, but I'll just keep a heads up, I guess.
I'll add it to the notes, I guess. Take some vouchers and make sure you're ready for tomorrow. And he hands them out. We've got some more training to do to make sure you're all ready. Never ceases to be an easy day. And he grumbles off. And with that,
Ah,
our session 1 is complete. The
no
party
deaths.
back on
No
the tots.
Knocked
resting,
myself out from the sunlight.
eating and healing.
Oh.
We will pick this back up soon. So it's been a blast. Again, thank you to all the players for showing up, for helping tell this story. Thank you for everyone that's hung out, and if you're watching it live or if you're watching it after it's all been said and done. It's awesome that you are experiencing the content and you're joining us along for the story. And as far as this session of Cinematic Epic, thank you and have a great week and night.
have a nice night.
Bye.
We made it, guys.
We made it. No deaths.
No death.
No deaths. Well, look, no deaths on our side.